and like the schools, they don't allow any bullying, and all the kids know that they're not allowed to bully, or they'll be like executed on the spot. There's like zero tolerance for fucking bullies. Okay, would you be okay with the sex work then?
Well, I wouldn't, because I would still say
Yeah, of course. Then don't.
Athlone TV is now live.
it does.
Streaming World of
You
Warcraft,
understand the
SoD
difference?
Hunter PvP / leveling.
I'm going to.
Regardless of what I believe, I'm talking about your worldview. Now back to what this gentleman is saying.
Hold on, Andrew. I need to interject. I got some super chats and donos, which are of course going to our buddy Cody, who needs help with his rent and all that good stuff. Let the conversation go. I think, just to summarize this, not interjecting my own point, I think that what Andrew was saying is virtue is the main problem. I just Googled virtue, which is behavior showing high moral standards. It's not that, as far as I can tell, it's not specifically that the porn is getting leaked and then therefore it's getting to the kids and then therefore kids are getting bullied. What's happening is you have a social enforcement of parents participating in stuff that is viewed of low moral character that is then used as a social cudgel to beat children. So I think that would happen pretty much no matter what, even if the
Parent should have to a higher moral standard. I think it's a pretty reasonable argument, right?
let's ready to donos. We're gonna have some donos before we get back into it. Base got flashy. The AK was just a perk, not the reason Carissa wanted to do it. The main draw was several gentlemen and a gallon of a certain fluid. Thanks for that.
Charity, guys.
It is. Israeli psychologist Sam Vatnik has explored the question of how it has sexual liberation affected subsequent generations. He concludes that it isn't good because hookup culture is the norm, but people want longer-term relationships, so apparently there's some social fallout from the normalization of sex. Finally, Zodia says, we can acknowledge that people can make their own decisions while still recognizing that sex work is less than ideal. They can do it, but we don't want to encourage it. We want better for the average person.
Can I also point out one red herring in the room? I'll let you make your argument. I'm not trying to get away from it. I keep getting cut off while we're doing it. So I just want to point out this one thing. There was also a message released where Carissa Athlone said that if for enough money she'd fuck a camel. Can we acknowledge that she released the DM saying that she would fuck a camel for enough money? Are you going to argue that that's virtuous? What about that for freedom? Virtuous care? We're saying virtue for your freedom. If you virtue, they have the freedom to fuck camels.
Sure. Legal in a lot of states, we can talk about whether bestiality is okay because, there's a lot of
course you want to talk about whether or not bestiality is okay. Why don't you?
You literally just brought it up.
I didn't bring it up. Whether it was okay. I just assumed you were doing it okay.
Not okay, but for the reasons that sex work in itself is bad. The virtues we're talking about are the ones that allow for autonomy. Humans, adults that consent to make their own decisions, and other people not getting in the way of their own autonomy. That's what Econoboy, that's what the others are talking about. We're talking about different virtues. You value security or whatever, and
So let me ask you this. If a camel willingly walked over and starts trying to bone Carissa Athlone, should she do it? If it doesn't apply, the camel I don't know. Would it not imply consent if the camel walks over and tries to bang her?
we don't have access to the camel's experiential states. That's why. We can't say that it necessarily is consenting. We just can't. There's no reason to do that. We don't need to talk about whether it's okay to fuck animals. We can just skip that.
You get to skip that. You just get to skip that. I don't want to skip that. I don't want to get to line. It's your argument.
So it's worthwhile to talk about it. It has very little to do with what we're talking about.
She released her DM.
But the most extreme
She
example
released a DM saying that she gave her enough money she would get fucked by.
I genuinely don't care about I don't give a fuck about Hunter and her wife immature and how they couldn't handle a relationship. I don't care. Let's talk about it. So I'm going to say interesting part of this, you guys. I know it's the most interesting future because that's your whole deal. I get it. But I'm more interested in a conversation about whether it makes sense to decriminalize or legalize sex work. Now, we can look at other countries where they have done this and see what effects it's had on their society. You guys are worried about this sort of all of a sudden society will crumble because we're encouraging people to not be virtuous, which I don't
Consequences are my highest paradigm. That's your paradigm. It's not my highest paradigm.
You don't know my fucking paradigm.
Is it consequentialism or not?
I'm not a consequentialist. No.
Then why do we care about how it goes for other countries if we're not looking at consequences?
So I can't about your opinion. I'm rude, but like, how can make a fucking ethics, okay? We're talking about the actual topic. I'm interested in your opinion about ethics, you dumb fuck. Are you joking? You know what? much you care about whether I want to dance or no one's here to watch you fucking wax lyrical about what your perspective is in my face. What the fuck your ass? No one gives a shit. At least Andrew. No one fucking jerking. At least Andrew is engaged in the conversation. No one gives a shit about this chat. I'm sorry that the word of okay for you. I totally get it. I totally get it. You're too stupid to engage. I totally get it. But Andrew seemed completely able to engage in what I was talking about. And just because you're eager to jerk off to whether Hunter Avalon's the cuck doesn't mean the rest of us are here for that conversation. That's why we were here. Okay, you know what? Leave.
It's getting away from us. So I have a split perspective on this, and I'm going to articulate it really quickly. We are here to talk about the ethics a little bit. I get that it's boring and dry, but this is Twitch and YouTube politics. We talk about
Well, most people don't.
well, that's okay. So, to talk about the ethics a little bit, because we are talking about whether or not sex work should be, available to society. Although I do think we're at an impasse now, and I'm sympathetic to Judd that we're going to be at an impasse for another 20 minutes. Because basically, what Andrew is saying, as far as I can understand, is that we should be pursuing higher virtue in our society, and then we do have some people who are appearing to utilitarianism or consequentialism or social well-being and all that kind of stuff, and we're just not going to agree because we're operating from different moral philosophies. We're not going to. We haven't resolved it on previous panels. We're not going to resolve it today. I'm going to move to the next question, which is still related to the first question. I'm going to ask it, and then I'm actually going to ask if there is something that he thinks that we should be spending our time on in a better way. So the second question is, should monogamous couples be able to participate in sex work? Because they're effectively, doing a pro-social behavior, but then also advertising it to society, which could be viewed as antisocial. Does a monogamous couple doing sex work change anything? And then check
Well, we can vote because we're gonna just rehash the exact same last 30 minutes on these next two questions.
Well, it's what happens. The problem is, I work on the premise of Christian ethics, and unless you're going to suddenly start turning Christian, you're obviously arguing from some sort of utilitarian, consequentialist perspective. What I'm saying is, no one cares about your individual perspective. No one's going to fucking get anywhere with this. Andrew, are you going to all of a sudden accept degeneracy in society? Yes or no?
Of course not.
So I'll sit down. You think talking about it, and I'll just sit back and watch anything. Maybe we should talk about something.
Well, so hold on. You're saying that the topics that we picked tonight aren't of value for the time. So what topic would you want to talk about tonight?
Listen,
You want to get
with all due respect, I do feel bad for HP because obviously he wants to talk about something else, and that's fine. But I'm just telling you, as a content fucking brain motherfucker, what people want to see. That's all, okay? So,
It may be correct that in general the audience is less interested in, or more interested in the drama and less interested in the conversation Andrew and I were having. I'm just going off of the questions that were given to me.
We can
and
have
what
this
discussion was about.
We'll have this discussion later.
We should.
These two questions kind of get into, I guess, a little bit more of the spice. Should moms, people who have children, participate in any kind of sex work? We were kind of breaking that can open a second ago. And then also, are there limits to the sex work that people should participate in and still expect some level of respect from like society?
I think both of these are going to be really contentious topics. Which one are we doing first? Or
So would you so are mock dudes for money?
yes, I'm probably going to agree with you on this. If you're a mother, you should be.
Okay, great. McConnell boy, would you want your mom? Would you want your mom to fuck dudes for money?
Yes. But
I said yes. Who said yes? HP did.
Panel, y'all.
Bro, if I want to get better standard of living, and I get the new shoes when I go back to school in 9th grade, fuck yes, my mom can fuck dudes. I don't give a fuck at all. I want my mom to have a flourishing sex life and be economically to that. Fucking suck some dicks, mom. Just the hot take.
and it's hot. What's the problem with it? You're an adult, you can make a decision, fair play to you. I don't agree personally. I think the problem is if the kid is younger, they're not going to have the ability to understand and conceptualize that. Yes, having abundance of caution, deeply sure that you're not into a position where you're kind of disappointing your child by doing something that is going to, upset them later down the line. I just think that's quite
Yeah, you do have to be more careful when you're engaging in that line of work. You have to be very careful about separating that line of work from parts of your life, especially when your kids are young. They could potentially have effects on their peers, things like that. I think those are things to take into effect, and it can get murky. But I don't think it's necessary that a mother cannot engage in all forms of sex work just because she has children. We can think of extreme cases of intimacy coaches or sex psychologists who do engage in light sex work in terms of, like, for example, there are people with severe physical disabilities or mental disabilities that can't participate in sexual activity the way we can. We can just go out there and be social. So they actually, as sort of therapists, serve to perform sex work with those people who aren't necessarily capable. I think that's a virtuous thing to do. And I think that those kinds of people can be mothers. So you're here. You have some that work. It's okay.
Also be engaged in sexual sex work for money as well. And you like it. So that would be fine too.
Yes. It sounds
okay. If someone is in a wheelchair and needs to get his rocks off, okay, I think we've got to accept that some jokes consider that sex work the same way that
people will go, oh, for it's not the same kind of sex. Like, it's definitely very different. But I'll give an extreme example where someone might appear virtuous with the sex work they engage in. It may not be the same. The idea that it's sex work just feels like you guys are just
push for a concentric moving rubber fascist, okay? You've got some vegetable in a wheelchair that needs to get the rocks off, okay? They can't. Think about a fascist, what about that?
How may I help? You found this on Teldrassil? Intriguing. This fruit is exotic. Perhaps its seeds were brought here from far off, perhaps even as far as Azeroth. And there's something about this fruit. It seems to have reacted very strangely with the soil of Teldrassil. Thank you, adventurer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must study this further.
That's still
What do you mean? Where did you get this? I haven't seen a plant like this since a sojourn I made to the Swamp of Sorrows decades ago. It's amazing that a specimen made its way to Teldrassil, and it's grown to such a size. Thank you, adventurer. Forgive my shortness of words, but there is a test I would like to perform on this farm.
Sometimes there are negative consequences to someone engaging in sex work.
Fucking idiot, man.
It's a little weird. This old-fashioned guy with it's a little old-fashioned, and I think it's a little strange, but I think it's a lot more strange that you're like, hey, my dad could blow dudes, and my mom could blow the same dude right after, and that's just fine. That seems way more fucking strange to me.
Strange is you saying that in your values, which is beautiful, that you think that two individuals should enter a partnership, be monogamous. That's cool. I think that's great. That works. And then my values of I think people should be able to engage in sex work and still be in a monogamous relationship. You have two values. The strange part is you saying I shouldn't be allowed to value my
Or anything that's objectively true.
This is a deeper conversation, but this is what I was trying to do. Yeah, I don't need to get into.
Well, the thing is, it's like,
there are truths that are true for all human mental states. So there's an objectivity there, but it's not objective. It's some sort of like world. There's absolute truth or some sort of transcendent certainty that we can come in touch with. That's your kind of God. So I'm not into that.
So there is objective truth.
Not in sort of straw man of objective truth of like the God one. No, that's just this guys.
I just want to check some of your brother crashes. This is important, okay? So we've got crashes. You've got someone, okay? You're pointing to the extremities. If someone's disabled and they can't piss for themselves, I'm sure you'd agree a nurse can come along. Need a salad. Yes, right.
Sex has intent, right?
Just answer the question.
I said
Answer
yes.
the fucking question.
I did.
Okay. But then you went on to say something else, didn't you?
Yeah, you're not.
There are many places that you might visit in Teldrassil. Tell me what you seek. Yes, it is time, adventurer.
Say yes.
It's not even great. So that's obviously a medicalization of someone who normally go private acts. Right? Okay. So what I'm saying is, if someone needs to get the rocks off and they can't because they're fucking disabled, is there not a medicalized version?
It's not like necessary. No, what's medical about it?
I'm out of rage.
No shit, that's ridiculous. What is that?
Yeah, you guys
No way this is gonna fucking walk over here and fuck me, dude. That's so annoying. Jesus.
That's the target.
There's lots of things that I like to do.
To you, it's not my job description to jerk that patient off. Would you make her? Would you say, yeah, it is?
Excellent, adventurer. You are quite a fast learner.
If then there should be people who should be allowed to do that as their job. If they want to do that as their job, you understand the difference. This is impossible.
You can't claim that this is a medical procedure, but then say it's perfectly okay for medical professionals to deny the medical procedure. But are they denying it on the grounds?
It's something procedure doesn't mean personnel have to engage in it. That's not like you have a procedure. It doesn't mean you can force a nurse to give you blood. If you have a brain tumor and you go to the hospital, or just any random person you're in, a person who's a brain tumor for a heart we've talked about disabled people, we've talked about all sorts of shit. What we're really asking is this what we want for society? And I've heard 2 or 3 people say, this isn't what we want, but it should be legal, because people should be able to make autonomous choices as they're adults. Well, HB, I've heard some things like, good. And then I've heard other people say, no, this is not what we want for society, and we should have minimum society pressure people to not do these things.
So dodge doesn't work when I'm channeling something. Oh, miss.
Getting onto the like fucking red pill podcasts, getting the famous one. It's not super easy. I think girls go on there.
That's still recharging that spell.
starting at $5 per month.
What a loser.
Past that yet.
I hope you're fucking in my chat right now. You're actually a fucking loser. You're going out of your way to harass me. You do realize you can get banned for this, right?
Assuming this is true, then
Like, now you're actively being a piece of shit.
the fact that
Purposely.
they're expecting, you know, either validation, a paycheck, both.
What a fucking weirdo you
I
are.
think that with the
That's fine. Keep following me around.
same way,
Fucking dweeb.
you know, it's very, like,
I'm actually gonna go on my way to report you. Report player. Gameplay sabotage.
That should be encouraged for all the reasons that you described. I don't think anybody would recommend somebody else who's struggling with money like go start an OnlyFans, right? It's just a matter of like the.
Why do we want it around? It's not even
Simply a key is extending our tolerance on social media. The point is not that sex work is good or bad. It's just the enforcement of illegalizing it is not worth the cost. It's probably not bad for people in the first place. And it's not really a lot of harm associated with their sex work. You know, it's only one. It's usually the first.
Why did you disagree with Sansa?
You must be really bored. No friends.
Ishnu. I see
Probably
your
got beat up in
commitment.
school.
You have understood what I have taught
Something.
you, adventurer.
it doesn't mean that, like,
Feel free to
We
browse.
should stigmatize it?
saying that we should be more realistic.
Del Nades.
Stigmatizing that if you want to, like, go for it, I don't want to have that much of a vested interest in
Well, I mean, that's what you're doing, right? You're like perpetuating a stigma against it, aren't you?
make money off it. I mean, if the media-
Your body looks worn and your spirit weary. Rest yourself beneath our roof and allow Elune to guide your dreams.
Look at this fucking loser follow me. You that bored? The fucking dweeb.
You have served the good people of Dolinar and Darnassus well, brave adventurer. As a member of the Sentinel Force of Teldrassil, I salute your efforts.
Look at this fucking loser, bro. Look at you, bro. What? Yo, I got a fan. Hey, why don't you hit the follow button while you're at it? I got all fucking night. You want to run around the tree all night long? Let's run around the tree all night long.
That's thinking you disagree. I'm sorry that you thought I was going to be you have a question that
Yeah, that's what I thought. Pussy. Invalid. Oh, I need a screecher.
That's the same thing. Which actually kind of gets me to the question that I wanted to ask, because one of the things that I think Chad was kind of being aggressive with Stardust about that I think is worth pointing out is that it seemed like to me, based off of the available messages, that Kingston was trying to get her as a girl in the state. And for me, if someone was trying to do that to somebody in my life, where they were trying to use emotional manipulation and sexual favors, and then also trying to build that kind of relationship, I don't think I have like the TOS friendly thing to say. Yeah, so what do we? So what do we? You know, how do you feel about like a man trying to recruit a woman for sex work and then also leveraging emotional bullshit in order to get favors?
This didn't sound like he was waiting for it. It sounded like they had like,
I think it's like this. Didn't she take advantage? Wasn't he taking advantage of some of her naivete, not being experienced in this? But I don't think that people. Sure, maybe I'm incorrect. Have context that I would.
In this one, right? But there is like a little bit this that she is that's to make her completely, you know, blameless in this, obviously. But yeah, but do you think that our
Greetings. You have learned all I can teach you, adventurer. May I offer you one more piece of advice? Use discretion when choosing your first pet. Will you choose a creature of the land, of the water, or of the sky?
This will be a permanent
Whatever
pet
it
for a
may
while.
be, without doubt your pet will be
Bet.
with you for quite some time. Here you are, adventurer. I will now give you the power to tame a beast, as well as call it and dismiss it as you see fit. Use your new skills with pride. You have earned them.
he's a little bit of a pet.
from her to say, even though she did engage in it like willingly, but like there were times where she was being manipulative, right? Where he was like, "You're not sending me pictures, you're not doing what I want you to do," and she's like, "I'm sorry."
That she should have just looked engaging him and it's been reasonable. It seemed pretty simple to me. It's on Discord. Yeah, maybe she would point it out.
The jurisdiction? That's an interesting choice of words. I got a lot of followers lately. Florida girl.
Releasing all of the photos was like just completely overblown. He should not have done that.
So, yeah, just have a real quick question. I want to interject, if you don't mind. I don't know. I can't see your name sometimes. His name's down. Can't see your name on the Discord. Do you have a single mom?
Do I have a single mom?
Which is my mother? You're raised by a single mother.
Yes.
That's all.
We're gonna pause. We're gonna go, but
Say is like, you know, this is something she could have cut off if she was just a bit more open and honest to say, you're making me feel uncomfortable and I don't want to do this anymore. Okay? But she played it at every turn. Okay? It was like she was clearly sexually into the relationship of the sub-dom dynamic, as Ginger pointed out. I think that was very prominent for the conversation. I think what's more realistic is that she was into it and had like a lot of sexual fantasies about it, and then at some point freaked out and thought it's too much, I can't do this. Okay, which is fine. It's fine. Like you're fucking dudes, you're fucking like big black Kingston is scary. I totally get that, but she wasn't open in the communication. I agree that Kingston was successfully released the video, but she was by engaging very fucking controlledly and cutting off contact and communication, which led Kingston to freak out, which then led to
Response, we did get $60 on PayPal, so we got roughly $100 for Cody. Cody is a community member who's taking care of 2 disabled adults. Not grateful that anybody on the panel should try to jerk off, and basically he needs our help right now in order to help pay his bills. So if you do have some money, feel free to do it via super chat, Twitch dono, subs, whatever. 100% of what we make tonight will go to.
Fuck, what kind of food does this bitch eat? How am I supposed to feed you? Yeah, I know you're not happy, but I don't know. I don't know what to feed you, my guy.
Can't you just say that the answer is your defense, which is he's a pimp and she's a fucking whore? This is agreed to. It's simple. He's a That's why I'm saying you don't need the big psychoanalysis. Just say, hey, he's a pimp, she's a whore. We all know that.
And you're moving your head out of the screen. Are you laughing so hard that you're moving your head out of the screen, or are you trying to avoid being flipped as a part of what you're going to say?
Listen, all I'm going to say is I disavow everything Andrew says, okay? Listen, full disavowal from me, okay? So, terrible misogynist, terrible person.
Bro, what kind of fucking stupid food does this thing eat, man? I actually don't know. We need to go get this dumb thing food.
Yeah, so she very clearly could have communicated with him in a much better way. And this is fault that I see in a lot of women. This is why I like
Classic Petopia.
What I would say is I'm still not any justification.
Meat? I just try to give this bitch meat and it won't eat it.
Her way of communication was just so terrible.
Oh no, wait a minute.
In that video is completely
Wait, this is stupid. I have to learn it. But when do I learn it?
So being said multiple times is not fair enough, no?
I don't know if these things are considered elementals or what. They gotta.
We're at full speed now.
I think so, no. Because I continue to say the first version of King's video using his revenge part is the version
Already kind of put you to the question on this and said, isn't that convenient? And even though the same type of imagery is in the second video, just so happens that you just consider it to be revenge. Simple as it's the version you have.
you can't see anything. So yeah, I think so. But with the first version of the video, yes, it's revenge part.
Yeah, so what
Well, I think so. Chris said it's revenge on one of his blurred section images. So for us, these are correct.
First version, 100% is revenge part, the only second version is.
So what is the standard at least for revenge for? That's not your standard. So, would you...
Holy fuck, Pets hit so hard.
Release the same exact video?
But I still cover it on stream.
Is your standard just if it's a word, it's not revenge?
Dude, hunters are so stupid. Bro, I am level 10 and I'm doing half the damage my fully fucking pre-bis geared Rhett is doing. What?
Just left the rest of the imagination. You wouldn't...
With a shitty pet that's unhappy, doing 75% of the damage instead of 125.
No, let's watch the second version and never watch the first version.
Bruce feels like it's a little bit of, you know, bully.
It was hard. So it was. What's it? The same thing. What's orange doing?
The video that was up for the first 24 hours, pretty much everything was still for confidence, which the tiniest blur on there, and you can still see through it.
Yeah, it's still, even on the second video with the board, you can see what we're doing.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so. And especially then, we're also signaling to other people, hey, this is out there, go hunt it down.
So,
But how is that not the case? People do that, right?
I mean, they're going to, but we all prefer this kind of stuff.
Doesn't mean it's not revengeful.
It doesn't mean that we're implicitly encouraging people to go out and hunt this stuff, right?
It looks like a gray spider that walks around this area.
Even he said this is too revenge porny for me. The big boxes over the images.
Never even covered it.
So
So we're up to 180 for I got a number, so that's very nice. So but I ask even if they're distasteful because some people are paying money for it. This thing was supposed to be deleted when it was Energy Day. She was enjoying it, being dominated by an alpha, saying yes sir, it's cool. You don't know. Oh my god, how dare you, Gilbert? I think that is directed at Chud. Olaf is here. That comes from Olaf Predovec. Thank you, kindly, Olaf. There says, I was going to donate to Chud, but he won't mention the word bull. So here you go, Cody. I think I've heard Chud say bull several times, so I'm not sure if that's accurate, but we've said it twice now, so I hope you appreciate that. Corporal says, for the bros, as long as you're a bro-deck, I don't give a fuck how able you are. So if you need a hand job, I think appreciate all the donuts. Thank you for helping make community member out, and then we probably got, say, find out if you guys still have things you want to talk about. Let's talk about it. But I'm going to end it around 10:50 in about 15 minutes, so we can do outros and kind of call it. So who has shots against somebody on the panel, a position that you feel like you haven't covered, a drama thing that you're concerned about? HD, I think I saw your hand.
yeah.
Go ahead, please.
Again, I'm not as up to date. Some of that is I can't contribute as much. I think research into it. I don't feel comfortable saying whether or not she was manipulated, but it sounds like she was in a relationship, not something. So she was like, it sounds to me like she's at fault, and it sounds to me like she cheated. That's what it sounds like. Even if he was using some tactics that some people point to as emotion and manipulative, it's not to attribute fault to that. I don't think. In terms of sex work, I was kind of sad. Chad was frustrated with my getting into a conversation with Andrew about ethics, but I did want to talk a little bit about the fact that sex work is something that has existed since the beginning of human history and utilization. As it is in a lot of countries, it doesn't go away. And so it's interesting to me to talk about whether or not it makes sense to decriminalize sex work for the sex workers involved, because we know that it's necessarily going to be the case that there will be sex workers, and we know also that they are disproportionately affected by violence. And of course, because they can't go to the police, or at least they're much less likely to, and so you have this perpetuation of violence towards people who are probably in a position that they got to because of unforeseen circumstances. And a lot of streetwalkers are not prostitutes because that was their choice. Someone like, do you think Andrew or Chuck or anyone else that it makes sense to talk about protecting sex workers because they are necessary? It's every single thing on earth. Make it legal, and then there's ramifications for the people who are behaving. The people who still aren't disproportionately affected by violence, like the way it's to me, they would be if you made that legal. They would probably be disproportionately affected. This is a weird violation. People are stealing. To be questioned, and they're not running
consider people who steal right now, I'm sure, are disproportionately affected by violence. Because if they're breaking in, so person doesn't break into a house versus people professionally do, or people are getting shot or listen.
Sure, there would be a small 1 to 2% of crimes on people, but the increased percentage that we see in prostitutes facing violence. Yeah, there are studies that actually show post them in the chat that you
Show me that people who are thieves experience less violence than sex workers. I don't think you can do that. Show it to me.
I'll show you the paper. It's weird to me that you would find it's the conversation because it doesn't read it, but okay. Right. What do you mean, right?
Well, I mean, that's why this is not even the venue to go after this, because you have to do a study and engage in an organized debate. Yeah, well, there's no other answer to it other than
we can't really engage in any sort of subsequent discussion because you're saying we can't bring to bear certain evidence that makes
well, if you're going to schedule a debate,
it's important to me that people who engage in sex work are obviously going to be more prone to violence than engage in people who engage in sex work are going to be
higher risk due to the behavior, and I would say that people who are thieves are also at higher risk.
the risk is not going to be comparable.
You don't know that.
Just like any researching papers on this exactly.
People research whether or not these are the same risk for being violence.
It's false. It's stupid. They are disproportionately affected given criminal behavior. So we can, again, these are studies that we have to share, but let's set up a debate, Andrew. That sounds great to me.
That's fine.
Let's do it. Sounds great. We can put this on hold and have a real discussion about it. I agree. That sounds good.
Anything relevant to raise them besides the things for future debates?
Honestly, really, if we started getting away with murder, she's put out this video, just fucking totally defending Hunter, brings him on, lets him say whatever the fuck he wants without any pushback whatsoever, and now sits her in this panel. It's like she wasn't trying to make the point she was trying to make. It's about fucking bullshit.
This is like, again, completely uncharitable, really, like,
It's not charitable, it's what fucking happened.
no other person's drama is held to this standard. People make statements all the time about what they think.
I'm held to this standard. I'm a criticise things I say, and I'm saying my different this kid got you're gonna pull the fucking piece of his way to the fucking bench. It's such bullshit. You're shit at this. You're fucking shit at this. You're never good at it. You get called out for it, and then you feel like it's because you're a fucking woman.
I've never say that.
So, is it you're held to the standard then? Okay, explain to me why you held to the standard. Is it then? If not,
Think that it's like uncertainty right now, and people are looking for shit on
yeah, there's a reason for that.
And I also want to see if there's like here.
It started off with a tweet saying what she was going to do this unbiased coverage, but just in a fucking ginger on Kingston. I've got both sides, guys. I've got information from both sides. Yeah, it's time to listen to information from both sides of the aggressive sides.
around all the time later, so it's your left next to them and it where it was.
So, sounds all like you haven't talked a lot, so I won't allow you to talk. I just wanted to start with a question, and I also want to say here, a Stargazer and Shut Nation for a while. So the fact that Shut Nation and Stargazers are already now actually makes me really sad. And I hope that this conflict can be resolved. From the start, I think you kind of allude to this in your coverage. You felt that instead of us presenting things in a certain way, do you feel like in your coverage, ultimately being sympathetic and beyond those who are against it?
First, I listened and said, because when my
It is my honor to provide they are heroes in the making.
And so, you know, I'm sure the conclusions that I did, right? But to call it
You were influenced by Carissa before you come off.
Alright, so Star, Chick Finish, and then Sansa hasn't talked a lot tonight, so I want to give them an opportunity to speak, and then Chad, if you want to pop on the class,
and to call it, it's just inaccurate. I mean, I made a person I could have presented.
It is my honor to provide for adventurers, for they are heroes in the making.
The point of that presentation was to go through all this video and to explain why we're not doing those claims. It was not anything else other than that.
it was a hit piece. So Sansa first, and then Sansa.
The grace with which I fight is not something I can teach you, but I can teach you the use of various weapons.
Yes, just like until, just like Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, Sansa, please share. Hold on, Sansa, please share your thoughts, and then we'll open it back up.
Yeah, okay. So my question is, alright, can you ask for info from, like, the talk guy, or, like, any of his friends that you said that you messaged? Did you present yourself as just trying to find the truth? Did you present yourself as an unbiased person, like a
That
third
is
party
what
trying to get down to the facts of things?
I am
Someone
honored.
initially did reach out.
What brings you here? Ishnu Allah.
Was pretty much
Farewell.
just trying to find any information.
Hello.
Right. It did become more biased, yes.
Did you inform the non-outside of this that you were you in the DM? Or did you just like keep on getting information saying, oh wow, very good, and like part of it is like or
Yeah, so came from this that again, where's this evidence that somebody said something about it? Keep saying that somebody said something about it. Can you tell me where exactly that was, or what exactly? Get a straight answer for it.
the question I'm trying to ask is, do you present yourself as unbiased? They gave you more information because they didn't think that you were gonna like write or like produce some content that was going to be like highly antagonistic towards them, and then produce that content.
I don't know that he even gave me that much information, to be honest with you, but I did, yeah, of course I reached him.
You got the horns. That's what happened. He was unhappy with the coverage. He was unhappy with the coverage. He kicked off afterwards. You kicked off and spun up more drama because your coverage was so one-sided.
But you're incorrect science, okay?
Oh,
Just a red, just a red. The answer to the allegation. The answer to the allegation. Don't get the red herring bullshit, Stardust. Actually, answer to it. It was you had a PowerPoint. Get the whole 9 yards. Were you so? Did you work with Carissa Apollo? Did you work? Did you?
Chest,
work with
legs,
Carissa
hands,
Apollo?
or
Did
feet.
you-
Information, but she did not. You know.
So she didn't have any input into it.
No, she did not.
I can't use that item
You
yet.
would be comfortable like releasing the DMs back and forth with her about it. Well, that's true. Then I think that she has a leg to stand on, Chad.
We should learn it out extra hard.
It's very, very like yeah. I think it needs to be pointed out that traditionally he had a DM series with Carissa. I haven't seen those either.
Well done. These tumors are the symptom of the Timberling's disease. They are filled with a poison that we must cleanse from our new land. I will dispose of these tumors. Thank you, adventurer. I have just received word that Denelin at Lake Alameth has discovered what may be the cause of the tumors that plague the Timberlings. Please speak with him and tell him I sent you. Make haste, adventurers. He needs our help.
A fledgling hunter, I see. Yes, I can bestow you with the skills you need to train and guide your pet. Not only will you be able to teach your pet new abilities, you will now be able to feed your pet, as well as revive it, should it fall in battle. Remember, adventurer, always respect the balance and live in awe of nature around you. Now, go forth. We shall speak again, at a later
keeping
date.
it in peace based off me just forming my opinion on things and presenting why I don't think that's correct. You know?
Sure. I mean, I guess the issue that I've got and the reason I focus on things like you saying he had feelings is the idea that he had feelings for Carissa is fundamental to pushing the narrative that because he was sidelined through his feelings, he then decided to release the video.
No, it's not. It's not my own stream. I said this on my own stream plenty that I no longer think that, right? I no longer think that he had feelings for her, but I still don't see the justification that he had.
What was the idea that he had feeling?
Just based on like the tweets that he had, exchanges between the two of them that seemed like, seemed like maybe he was having feelings, but
Welcome to the Cenarian Circle, adventurer. How may I assist you?
You've come for training in order to pass it on to your pets?
Maybe he doesn't have feelings for her, so yeah.
We are going to, for people can hang out with us after the show, if they want to. Typically, we kind of have like a cool down session where we can talk about whatever for about 30 minutes to an hour after the show. If you want to do that, we can continue on after that. I did DM Lycan because he was like, oh, let me get on the panel, I wanted to see Lycan and Chuck hash their differences out as well.
Oh yeah, Lycan is right about it. So fucking
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another season of Discovery Hunter video. So Blizzard has once again thrown some changes our way, and quite a bit has changed for us. Pretty much everything I've discussed in my last video has changed now and gone right out the window. And with the latest post from Blizzard tonight, we've seen yet another nerf to Wind Serpent pets with the removal of Kill Command and Lightning Breath interaction. So today, we're going to cover what has changed, what nerfs we are receiving, some minor buffs, and revisiting the Hunter pet tier list as Scorpids are no longer the sole S tier pet. Quickly looking over the Hunter pet tier list again, the S tier slot sees cats, raptors, and now potentially still Wind Serpents take the crown. Blizzard has just released a statement that only Bite and Claw will benefit from Kill Command and no longer Lightning Breath, so Wind Serpents are kind of in an interesting spot between A tier and S tier. As for both cats and raptors, they can learn both rank 4 Claw and rank 4 Bite, which is expected to perform very well with today's changes. The only difference between the two pet classes is that raptors have a slightly lower health modifier of 0.95 compared to the cat's 1.0. Whether you decide to tame a cat or raptor, you will want to have both rank 4 Claw and rank 4 Bite on autocast. From a PvE perspective, if you're not melee weaving, then the attack speed differences do not make any significant damage difference. However, if you do choose to melee weave, then a 2.0 speed pet will be better, as flanking strike damage will be higher with a slower attacking pet. Now from a PvP perspective, you will want to tame either Rayleigh, the Rake, or a Starving Mountain Lion from Hillsbrad Foothills, as they have an attack speed of 1.2, which will help with pushback on caster opponents. The next two changes to the tier list we need to look at are Scorpids moving down to the A tier and Boars moving up to the A tier, with the changes to Scorpid Poison having a ramp up effect instead of immediately having the full attack power scaling with a single stack of Scorpid Poison. Your overall DPS will be lower than it was before should you still use the Scorpid. What this means is that in relatively short fights, you will do quite a bit less DPS, as your Scorpid will not have the full 5 stacks of poison applied for very long, if at all. And also, if your fully stacked Scorpid Poison falls off, pretty much game over for your DPS. And lastly, looking at the boar, well, they do have quite a low damage modifier of 0.9. The root effect of charge can definitely help chase down and close the gap on a fleeing opponent, or help you create some distance on close-up target. Also, with the new attack power scaling, you may see your board do some pretty respectable damage with charge and bite. So up until now, the obvious play for PvE was using a Scorpid pet, as they were initially overpowered with the interaction between Kill Command and Scorpid Poison. After the interaction between Scorpid Poison and Kill Command was removed, we still had quite a powerful pet, as the scaling between attack power and Scorpid Poison was still better than using any other pet available thus far. Well, today that all changed. With today's update, abilities have had their attack power gains normalized to scale with the focus cost of individual pet abilities. So what this means for us is that abilities such as Lightning Breath and Bite that have a higher focus cost and slower cast time will do more damage. Now looking at Scorpid Poison specifically, we will no longer have an immediate and fully scaled attack power benefit right off the bat at a single stack. The attack power scaling is now spread out evenly as each stack of Scorpion Poison is applied, and after 5 stacks have been applied, you will benefit fully from attack power scaling. So does this make Scorpion completely dead? Well, no, but it does make them a pretty poor choice and not the first option to use anymore. On longer fights where you'll be able to maintain 5 stacks of Scorpion Poison for the duration of the fight, they're still somewhat viable, but definitely not a choice I would pick anymore. Now, another nerf to hunter pets today is the reduction in hunters' armor and stamina scaling with pets. Up until this point, you could very well use a Scorpion pet to tank pretty much all of Black Fathom Deeps, and in some cases you would have double the health of an actual main tank. While your pet will no longer be able to overshadow your tanks completely, they can still be used as a temporary backup in emergency situations to save an encounter and secure a kill. The next change to look at is regarding Aspect of the Line. Aspect of the Line has been completely redesigned, and instead of having to choose between Aspect of the Hawk or Aspect of the Line, it will now be an aura. So what this means is that we can have both Aspect of the Hawk and Aspect of the Line active at the same time. This is a positive note for hunters, as it will help offset the loss and damage due to the pet changes. The last change we have to look at is one that's a step in the right direction, but I wouldn't say is fully there yet in terms of being perfect, and that is flanking strikes, of course. Flanking strikes now gains the benefit of weapon enhances such as sharpening stones. It's now in the GCD and is now properly treated as a melee attack, which will now allow it to benefit from attack power, crit, and hit. In addition to this, the pet portion of flanking strikes damage is now properly treated the same way as just mentioned. I do plan to make a melee weaving guide sometime in the near future, so if you've ever been interested in learning to melee weave, then make sure to stay tuned and watch for this future video. That covers everything for today's changes to the hunter class, especially the late night, wind serpent, and kill command change. Whether you agree and you like the new changes, or you disagree with them, the hunter class is still in a pretty good position. By no means are we by default the top of the DPS meters anymore like we were early on with Scorpion Poison and kill command when it still did crazy damage, but we are far from being the worst. So with all that said, remember to drop a like and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with everything related to hunters and Season of Discovery, and stay tuned as we will be covering the...
Alright, well, let's check out this video here, guys. This is from Willie saying, not the discovery I was hoping for. Okay.
Video, we are just past 2 weeks into Season of Discovery, and it has been an amazing ride so far.
Yeah,
there has been raiding, PvPing, and just trying to figure out how best to play my class given all the new runes and abilities. And everyone else has been figuring out their classes too, and it's really starting to show. So today's video was one I was on the fence about making because I know we are so early into the season and things very well may change in the near future. Again, it's been about 2 weeks and we've only had a handful of raid resets. I also fully appreciate many players won't have had the chance to hit level 25 yet, and that is fine. But myself, I like to look at the numbers. I like to see how different classes are doing out of interest, and to get an idea of how Season of Discovery really has impacted the game so far, and it is trending in a certain direction, I will say that much. I also realized the devs in the season didn't set out to make a near perfectly balanced experience where we are all within a few percentage of each other on the damage meter.
I mean, if they did that, we literally would not have gotten, like, we would have gotten a PTR. I like that it's been so just, we figure stuff out as we go and we're gonna tune the classes as we go on, right?
Or do I expect that from Classic, to be honest? In fact, Agrend himself has been clapping back at people jumping to conclusions about how their class is performing already, and I love to see that directly from somebody who's in charge of this game. And as a follow-up to that, just before I was about to release the video, Blizzard have done a huge round of buffs for some of the classes suffering most in the current raid tier. I guess if we throw them enough extra numbers, eventually they will work. But I still think there are likely to be reoccurring problems. But today I want to talk about something which I think is worth giving feedback on, because right now it's more than just X class good, Y class bad. And again, I'm sure they are aware of this and have plans for changes, but I think in the interest of the season being a great experience for everyone, this is a topic worth bringing up. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor, Watcher of Realms. Watcher of Realms is a free-to-play strategy game available on PC Android and iOS, where a new
iOS?
experience awaits for fans of role-playing games, MMORPGs,
That is
and many
crazy.
more. Watcher of Realms features immersive graphics
I'm
and
getting 5
lifelike
of these,
3D
guys.
models, so you can really appreciate the world that you are stepping into. Watcher of Realms' special feature to stand apart is a 360-degree
don't give away
real-time
cool shirts.
operational battlefield. Players can control a whole variety of heroes whose
I'm downloading
different
right now.
characteristics can be used to manipulate land, water, and sky. Each hero
Damn.
can contribute different bonuses to different
People on
maps,
YouTube are
but
so mad that you watch these. Why?
they are fast to level up and to get to grips with, so you can experience action and strategy anywhere. Watcher of Realms places great emphasis
Look
on
at this,
players'
guys.
gaming experience, and is committed to creating a time-saving and user-friendly hero development system. A large number of free, powerful heroes can
That
be
was one
obtained in the
comment,
early
Robert.
stage. New to the game is the Christmas event, which will feature seasonal decorations, extra rewards, new skins, and the ability to earn powerful legend.
The thing is I don't get, okay, like, I don't understand, because you can literally just skip it in the video. Like, I get it on a stream. Like, if you're watching a stream and you're having an ad, it, like, goes over the content. But in a video, you can just skip it, right?
Hero shards just for logging in. On top of that, there is also the new boss rush event where you can approach several encounters in a row to see how well you perform. There is even PK activities as well, and 2 groups of well-known influencers are competing for rich.
Hey, who's that? Hey, who's that right there? I did a sponsor for this game too, man. Okay, I did a sponsor on YouTube for this game, so
rewards. You can choose the camp you support
Look
using
at that.
the link in the
Support the blue
description
one,
below
guys.
and win amazing rewards.
Wow.
You can download Watcher of Realms for free using my link
Amazing.
below and get started in a whole new world with a new experience for all. Many thanks to Watcher of Realms for the sponsor today. Let's get back to WoW. So then, let's bring up the
here we
picture.
go.
Warcraft logs Black Fathoms deep over a
Okay, before he gets into the nitty-gritty stuff here, because I know what he's gonna complain about. He's gonna say, oh, all the melee classes are so OP, and all the casters are, you know, not OP. What we gotta realize as well, and I think what is something that is very important to emphasize before we get into the video and the discussion, is we are level 25. Okay, most classes are not good because first of all, they don't have their full toolkit yet, and second of all, casters are really bad because they don't have their max ranks of skills. Same thing on my shaman. My lightning bolt rank is really low rank, my flame tongue is really low rank, so therefore it doesn't do enough damage, right? Melee classes are very good in the early game, especially if you can get a lot of strength and agility gear because it scales so well. And there's not many ways you can scale with caster stuff, right? Not, at least not in the early levels. So I think it should be a lot more important to focus on the later game, right? Because this is still the early game. It might be the meta right now, and it might be the end game for us right now, but it's not supposed to be the end game forever, right? Especially when all caster is behind one boss. Yeah, it's phase 1, right? I just wanted to get that out of the way real fast. A big problem is the mana pool as well. Yeah, people go super fast, but again, that's because we're so low level. Once you get higher level, it'll not be a problem.
Of 2 weeks, 95th
But it's still
percentile.
interesting.
This is how the top 5% performers for each class
It's still
are
interesting.
doing. There's a pretty big gap between the top and the bottom. That's the first thing you'll notice here. But that isn't really the point I want to get across, because we can change this down to 75th percentile here, or even 50th. And it's a similar story as to which classes are the ones doing well. The point is that in every example, the classes at the top deal mainly or entirely physical damage, and the classes doing not so well deal mainly or entirely magical damage. Yes, there are some outliers here, such as the poor boomies or shadow priests, but it's not just a well buff those classes issue here. Every single caster is worse off than melee, with the one exception perhaps being warlock. Why are they doing better? Probably because they have life tap and can get a lot more mana back during a fight. Also,
yeah, it's also as well, yeah, it's very good, a good part as well. Like the bosses had a lot of resistances in the beginning. They have 75 resistances to all the schools, right? Which also like makes it harder for casters. Whereas melee has an option to get so much plus hit gear, which normally they wouldn't get at this level. You wouldn't get like a full set with like a bunch of hit gear, which makes obviously like wide attacks and ranged attacks a lot more easier to deal with.
Warlocks are the only caster who can use 2 runes in their main rotation, Incinerate and Chaos Bolt.
Ooh,
and
yeah,
if you can get away with only using runes to deal damage as a caster, you very much want to do that. We'll talk about why later. The other big outlier is Enhancement Shaman, which isn't keeping up with other melee. Why is that? Well, if I had to guess, most of their DPS buttons are still spells, and they have a mana bar to contend with too. Now, there will always be a best and a worst DPS. That is how World of Warcraft works. Always has, always will do. But from what I can see at the moment, casters are generally worse than physical damage dealers.
PvE,
and though we are very early into the season, I know that melee outscale casters by a pretty big margin. And some
I actually, that's a good point, Quixen, sorry as well, like to bring that up. I think it actually could be a way of going about it. It's like increasing the armor a little bit of the bosses or something. If you want to like equalize the leveling field, or like the damage field a little bit for everybody, you could give the bosses more armor, right? Because if you just gave it more health, then it wouldn't matter. You know what I mean? It's because we have no filler attack. Other melees have a filler. Well, the big thing why melee classes are so good is because the main majority of their damage is melee. Right, that's a really big like part of like the damage. You can use your wand, yeah, but then you can use your skills, right?
The caster gear that can drop is insane. I mean, pretty much all the gear from BFD is crazy, but check this out, for example. The new epic staff that drops is so good, it would have been level 60 pre-bis back in 2019 Classic.
Wait. No way, really? Majority of their damage is melee, right? That's a really big like part of like the damage. You can use your wand, yeah, but then you can use your skills, right?
The caster gear that can drop is insane. I mean, pretty much all the gear from BFD is crazy, but check this out, for example. The new epic staff that drops is so good, it would have been level 60 pre-bis back in 2019 Classic.
Wait. No way, really? It's actually that good. I mean, it's missing the crit, obviously, but that's insane. It's better than Staff of Jordan. Yeah, it's not actually, like, it's not obviously, like, you know, but that's strong.
For every single caster. This is including Diamond loot. And we can get that at level 25.
That's insane.
The epic sword that drops is amazing too, but you're gonna replace that at level 40. Even if Blizzard didn't put new weapons in the game, there are better choices. Then again, it is a bit hard to compare weapons between casters and melee. One of them is very dependent on their weapon for damage, the other not so much. And I know, we're level 25, right? We've got new runes coming in the future, but when we level up, everyone gets more powerful. Shadow Priest's underlying issues are not going to be fixed when you get Shadow Form. I'll just say that right now. So what's the deal then? Why is physical good, caster bad? The first point is spell ranks. Spell ranks existing can put casters in a position where they're just short of being able to rank up their main damage dealing ability.
This is the biggest one together with mana, I think.
Something I'm sure you've noticed with runes is that they just scale up as you level, and they do not have spell ranks. On top of that, they cost 1% of your base mana instead of a flat value. And in a larger number of cases, rune-based abilities are going to be significantly more mana efficient to use than your standard class spells.
Spell ranks is the same for melee. Yeah, but again, as melee is like the most of your damage is melee. Like still, even if you're a rogue, yeah, you have a low rank Sinister Strike, it still does melee damage, right? It still scales with your melee weapon.
Ability for spells to scale and not need to be ranked up is a change from Kata, by the way, and base mana usage came from Wrath. Now, getting a new spell rank is kind of a big deal. For me, on my Warlock at the moment, my best rank of Shadow Bolt is rank 4, learned at level 20. It does 92 to 104 damage. The next rank is 28, which I can't get this phase, and that deals between 150 to 170 shadow damage. So we're talking the difference between me having a button that does on average 98 damage versus one that does 160. Now for melee, however, spell ranks are not such a big deal, as a ton of their abilities are tied to stuff such as attack power or weapon damage. Take Rogue, for example, and Sinister Strike. The best rank they can get by 25 is rank 4, which does weapon damage plus 15. The next rank at level 30 makes them now do weapon damage plus 22. So the difference between these two ranks for the Rogue is 7 flat damage. The difference between the two Warlock spells is on average 68 damage.
That's
so
pretty
all in all,
insane,
spell
yeah.
ranks are very impactful. In fact, Warlocks don't even press Shadow Bolt. Take it off your bars, put Incinerate on. It costs about half as much mana and deals more damage. And this spell rank difference between melee and casters is across your whole spellbook too. This is just one example so you can see the difference.
25.
On top of that, this isn't just a kind of, well, it's like this at 25, but it'll be better later, as each new level cap introduces new breakpoints where casters are short on getting new spell ranks.
That's because the game isn't meant to be played as a level cap of these level caps, right? It's like a completely new thing. You're supposed to have your full build at 60, right? That's when you have all your max ranks and everybody has all their stuff, right?
Whereas melee just kind of don't care about them that much. It's only at level 60 when things begin to even out. This very much could just be something you have to deal with up to level 60.
That is true, not an SOD, and I think that's why it's such an important like talking point as well, Vintrus. And that's why I'm thinking like maybe like a good way of going around it in terms of PvE, like raid, you know, damage and equalization of DPS in a little bit, could be like increasing the armor a little bit of the bosses, like make them have a little bit more armor so the melee wouldn't be as crazy compared to casters. Because it does feel pretty shitty, like if you're
this
a caster,
is so
you just,
fucking ridiculous.
why would you bring a caster when you
doing.
can just bring like a bunch of melee? But yeah. Hunter's the true easy most because they don't have to worry about range or mana. Hunter's farm at the moment, even though they got nerfed so much.
Though, spell ranks are a big part of Classic. Sometimes you want to down rank or use a more mana efficient spell. Moving this whole system to scaling as it was in Kata seems like a big step. Perhaps base mana costs are starting to make a bit more sense now though. I mean, I'm just saying, my Shadow Bolt costs 110 mana, and my best rank of Life Tap restores 75 mana. I swear I'm getting an RSI for how much I'm having to tap this season. And I'm a Warlock, so you could say I don't have anything to complain about. Next
Shaman and mana druid issues, Shaman and druid mana issues are bad. Not when you got Shamanistic Rage. If you got Shamanistic Rage, you can actually... You will probably just about go on every single boss fight if you time it really perfectly, right? But yeah, mana issues is really bad early on. Early Shaman is gonna be disgustingly next phase with recent overload buff plus good spell ranks level 40. Yeah, I agree. I think the meta will definitely be a lot different level 40, but melee might still continue to dominate in PvE.
Oh, it's not just spell ranks, it's scaling. Straight up scaling. You know, back when WoW first came out, barely any gear had spell power on it, or if it did, it was a very small amount. The idea was that casters put on intellect, and this would allow them to cast more spells, and therefore remain relevant over the course of a fight. Eventually, though, Blizzard did start amping up spell power on items as they realized intellect alone was not enough. This is why typically, when you're leveling in vanilla, nothing really has spell power on. However, these days now we have a pretty good idea that spell power is rather good in fact. Ironically, half the casters in the game are still going even with the updated gear, but still. What I'm getting at is that spell power equals damage for casters. And it's a pure...
That's insane though. That's a lot of spell power level 25.
The thing out is that spell power equals damage for casters.
Like, that's actually crazy, a lot of spell power for level 25.
And it's a purely secondary stat. Intellect is nice and everything, you need intellect for a good mana bar, but given the choice, you're gonna take spell power for damage. What do melee need for damage? They need agility and strength. But they also benefit from both of these stats for attack power and crit. On the caster side, they have intellect for extra mana so they can cast more. It also gives a small amount of crit. They have spirit, which is meant to aid mana regeneration, and then they have no stats that directly boost their spell damage. It's almost as if something was missing here, like a stat called willpower, where 1 point equals 1 or 2 spell damage. And though the new raid gear and updated raid quests start to fix this stat imbalance, physical
I think intellect gives spell crit though, right? Or am I crazy?
Damage dealers just get more out of their stats. They scale with percentage buffs such as the ZG buff when we can get that eventually, or Blessing of Kings or Aspect of the Lion. But more importantly than that perhaps is that they can crit with nearly all of their main attacks. So if anything I'll mention today, I'd say this has the biggest potential to change in some shape or form, and I'm 100% sure Blizzard knows how impactful this is, but as we currently are, only direct attacks can crit. Damage over time effects cannot crit in vanilla, so everything an Affliction Lock does basically, Shadow Priest, Boomkins, and so on.
Okay, to be fair though, if all these things could crit every tick, that would be nasty. okay? If every dot could crit that a Warlock put on, that would be a little bit busted, okay? I'm just gonna be honest here, okay? Only in PvP. Yeah, I mean, for PvE, it actually might be balanced having it like that, but for PvP, it would be broken.
They're all severely hamstrung by this game design choice.
Yeah.
Moreover, channel defects cannot crit.
Maybe they could keep up a Warrior. Yeah, but then the issue comes in. Okay, should we just allow dots to crit in PvE, but not in PvP? Because if that works in PvP, PvP is completely different, right? It's a completely different story than PvE. Dispel is a thing with no cooldown. Not every class can dispel. Imagine rogue dots and poisons critting. Yeah, I mean, imagine that. Imagine the Scorpion Poison critting as well, right?
So Blizzard, Rain of Fire, Hellfire, Mindflay, Hurricane. I hate to pick on the Boomies and Shadow Priests here, but this is why it's not looking too pretty at the moment. And yes, there are melees with very impactful damage over time effects too, such as Deep Wounds, or Saber Slash especially come to mind. And maybe one day everything should crit, as it can in Wrath, but I think just focus on the classes who are very dependent on these effects at the moment. When you think about it though, it's always seemed a bit strange that it was the case that these types of abilities worked in this way. I'm not entirely sure why, either. Then again, Vanilla is full of cloth gear with strength on it, and originally had a debuff limit of 8.
It definitely would be a lot different though if that could crit. Separate PvP and PvE tuning ruins my immersion. I get that. I get that a little bit. For sure. Warriors are parsing mad now. Warcraft logs, what happened? It is just the gear that they accumulated. Warriors just become powerful by nature whenever they have a lot of gear. And since the gear we get at level 25 is actually so insanely good, they just do crazy amount of damage, right? Like, that's just warrior scaling for you.
Oh, yeah.
I do wonder, though, how this will affect the future phases, right?
Maybe someone just did this and everyone went with it. But perhaps certain damage over time or channel defects should be able to crit via a rune or something of the like in the future, because purely scaling off of spell power just isn't going to cut it.
Okay.
And then, of course, there are spell resist and partial resist too. 2.5 to 3 seconds of spell casting. 80 to 100 mana spent, your spell flies towards the boss and resist.
Yeah.
Ouch. Melee do have an equivalent for this too though, through glancing blows as well as dodge, block, all of those things. It's just when a melee attack misses or is glanced, your next swing comes in a few moments later for another
that's just how it is, man. You play a caster, sometimes you get resists, dude. It is what it is. I will say, when I played on Gussie, it sucked, man. Channeling up that juicy Shadow Bolt, and then it flies to the boss, and then, like, no damage. It does suck, man.
And yes, melee do suffer on the turtle boss in BFD, but man, some of those bosses in there have a whole lot of bonus spell resist. Then again, this is very vanilla-like, so maybe it is what it is. Saying everything I've gone through in this video though, I just want to remind you again, we are in a super early version of the season. We're capped at level 25. And we do not know what's coming in the future. I think Blizzard have been doing a great job of rapidly balancing the classes as well as the game as a whole. So maybe some of the things I've gone over here are already in line to be addressed. And remember, the logs I showed at the start are for the raid, and the raid is basically a bunch of single target encounters which take a few minutes each. There is more to the game than that. There's PvP, there's gold farming, there's dungeons, there'll be more leveling in the future. And in all of these other areas, casters are doing just fine. Either way, I thought this was something worth talking about for the season. I know
I think it is. It's like, it's not just like, oh, complaining about my class is not good or whatnot. I think it's important to also keep in mind that, like, we need to keep giving feedback of what we think about certain things, right? And, like, you know, for the game to be the best it can be.
Except for more changes in the future.
I think so.
But discovering that basically every melee spec is better than basically every caster spec in the raid is not quite the discovery that I was hoping to make. And I've been tracking Warcraft logs since early in the season. The physical damage dealers are only trending up. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on this topic. Should Blizzard change things? Do you think they already know about these and they're aiming to fix some of these problems later on? Let me know below. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a rogue ult to go and level. So, thank you all so much for watching and listening in. And I'll see you all on the next one very soon.
Casters are molding, dude. They are molding. It was an interesting video, though, with a lot of good talking points, though. I will say, I don't think you should separate this the class tuning from, like, PvE to PvP, like, make certain things work in PvP, but not in PvE, and vice versa, but I think a very, very easy way of really dealing with this issue, if it is becoming a glaring issue with melees being way too strong in raids, could just be to tune up the armor a little bit. Like, just make the bosses have a little bit more armor to, like, equalize it a little bit, right? So, like, make melee still really powerful, but maybe not to that degree, right? I think that is the easiest fix to it, really. Give bosses more armor, right? That's it. Like, just make them do a little bit less damage to bosses whenever you're, like, a melee or, like, physical damage. I'm not sure bringing down all the melee is a good solution for casters being too weak. I mean, I feel like it could be a way of doing it instead of, like, buffing everything, because, like, if you end up buffing all the classes, like, over and over and over again, we're gonna end up at a level 60 where, like, it's gonna be completely overtuned like crazy. Like, every class is gonna do ridiculous amount of damage, right? Because we're trying to, like, equalize every single class and make them all the same, right? Which is not a good thing, I suppose. Didn't they nerf resistances on the bosses? Yes, they did reduce resistances on bosses, which also he went over here at the end of the video. This right here. So every resistance went from 75 to 25, right? So like the Shadow Resist, Nature Resist, and Arcane Resist went down, which in turn makes casters do more damage as well. So that's way of doing it, like tuning the raids like such. But obviously melees are still absolutely blasting. 20 years of Blizzard still can't tune this game. Is anyone surprised? I mean, I feel like you gotta give them a little bit of cut them a little bit of slack here. Like, they're literally like doing a whole new raid, like without any PTR, without any testing, and like we're kind of just thrown into it with a new meta we've never seen before, with gear we haven't seen before either, right? But it's not really new. I mean, it is though. It kind of is. It is new. It's like completely new gear. It's like a completely new like runes and like abilities for classes we've never seen before like that. That is quite new. I will say, like, overall though, I'm still having a ton of fun with SoD. Like, I'm loving it. I think it's important though to talk about these things as well. Like, there could be issues because you don't want to make them become worse and worse and worse down the road, right? So I like that. I like this. I like that they're going kind of like a very, very just in-your-face approach with the game, and then we're just kind of doing it as we go. I'm happy with it. It's totally new. Retail has already had the same balancing phase. The first phase of having PTR. Classic is way harder to balance due to its nature and no PTR. It'll take time, and they're doing great. I agree. I agree. It's Discovery. It's supposed to be a mess. Yeah, and having it kind of be a little bit of a messy situation also can be a part of the fun, right? Like, some classes are just OP, then they get nerfed a little bit, then other classes start getting good, right? Would you say that you're discovering it as you go? Yeah, exactly. Not only is it new, but it's only new, but it's also for the devs working on it. Nobody that works in SoD was on vanilla. The game was not the same as retail. Yeah, I agree, but I still think that that they're doing a good job with it.
He ran that way. Not my Bengal. They're running south. And they Bengal.
There's another Bangalore. Crack that bang.
136 on a bang.
Another Bengal. Careful.
Yep.
Breach, but I mean, you know, and then get moved, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Is he just supposed to like be okay with like dying then?
Well, no, it's not that you're okay with dying. That's not the point of what we're talking about. Neither of them are okay with dying.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're talking about, though, is in the stead, which one of them would we count on for making the brave decisions versus which one we wouldn't? In this case, the chick made all of the brave decisions, stood her ground, and made an even more brave decision, even after the fact with a bullet in her leg, still stood in the most dangerous position, while Hunter hid in the only cover position that he could. Pure cowardice across the board. He didn't even, you're trying to say, well, but Andrew, she would have said, no, Hunter, I want to stay in front of the glass door where the deranged gunman's going to come in. Okay, and he goes, I don't give a shit what you want, and moves her off to the side, right?
Right, but again, it has, they have good reason enough to suspect that he is there to only kill Hunter. They have reason enough for, no, they do, because when they found
that all goes out the door the second a bullet hits her leg.
No, when the bullet hit her leg, the ricocheting slug, it was ricocheting. That's why it hit her leg.
Yeah, and how often do abusers say things to women like, "Oh, honey, it'll never happen again. I'll never hit you again. I'm not here. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to do this to you." They lie, right? Isn't that what abusers do?
Sure, they
and
do,
so
yeah.
we're supposed to assume, though, that this guy was just giving an honest account.
Because he was repeatedly saying over several days, and even over several months.
Yeah,
that
he's an abuser. You're not supposed to
Hunter.
believe him, right?
He wanted to kill Hunter.
Yeah, but he's an abuser, and abusers will often say things, if they're abusive, that aren't true in order to continue to abuse you, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
but
so there's no
like,
actual reason to
when he
believe that she
shows
was
up
out of
with a
danger.
gun-
Mhm.
When he shows up with a gun,
And she gets shot.
The reason the injury that she sustained is because of a ricocheting slug. Right?
Yeah, okay, but she got shot. They don't know that it's a ricochet. They don't know any of that. There's no way for them to determine exactly what happened. They just know she has a bullet in her leg. This guy says, "Well, I'm not here for you, though," right? But abusers lie. There's no reason for them to actually believe that this guy's telling them the truth while this chick is seeping blood out of her fucking leg. That's insane.
Right. She'd been with him for 11 years. I think after 11 years, I think she probably knew him well enough to know that he was serious when he shows up with a gun to kill Hunter.
Well, and how many times did she get shot in those 13 years or 11 years she was with him?
Well, because he didn't own a gun before that.
Right. So, okay,
right?
so he had a gun. He shows up. She gets shot, right? And then what happens is you have this kind of post hoc rationalization and say, well, because we've determined that things, they didn't work out the best, but they did at least work out where the two people whose lives we don't want to be lost didn't get lost. And the guy who, is the lunatic who showed up, his life did. Therefore, everybody acted correctly is absurd. What we see here clearly is that she not only throws herself between Hunter and this guy, but then does it a second time. And Hunter reacts with pure cowardice the entire time. And your only defense to this is, well, but they sent a text message. But from Hunter's standpoint, when the message comes in, if I was in his situation and said, oh, he says he's not here to hurt you, why the fuck do you have a bullet hole in your leg then? That's what I would say. That's what you would say. That's what most reasonable people would say. Why would I believe a word that this guy said? I wouldn't, and neither would you, because that would be insane. So it just clearly demonstrates again that Hunter just basically looked like a fucking sissy.
Look, every single guide I can find on this situation, in an active shooter situation, is that every single one of them advises people to run. Right? That is what they're supposed to do.
We've been over all this. I don't feel like we're going anywhere.
We have and I was it was kind of naturally coming there, but we have a special guest caller. You both have debated here on the kill stream. Actually, now that I think about it, Southern Dingo, host of the world famous groundbreaking show, the Southern AF podcast, and you did a run in on his debate.
Okay, so just
recently.
real quick before you, can I just ask Dingo for a single favor? I almost regret asking it, but because we're live on the platforms we're live on. Can we okay, cool.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I've never dropped a racial slur on.
He'll be fine. He'll be good. He'll be good. Dingo.
All right.
I just have one question, and I'm going to leave. So I'm not here for long. My question was to Stardust. Hi, Stardust. Nice to see you again. If the stakes were not like the guy had a gun, but if the stakes were just he was coming to fight Hunter, like fist fight, would you still consider the girl's actions heroic if she jumped in the middle of that? Then you know what I'm saying? Like, would it still be heroic to want to fight the guy and protect Hunter if there was no gun?
I would say, like what I said about the shooter situation, that it's stupid, but it's heroic. Yeah.
Okay. Well, have a good night, everybody. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Dingo. Have a good one.
Thank you, Dingo. All right, we got that. Guest caller. Yeah, and I think it's kind of mostly run its course. It was really more interesting than I thought it would be. No offense to anybody involved. I was just like, well, we're kind of just throwing this out here, drama topic. But I actually went to some places I didn't necessarily expect. I thought
it would be an interesting one. I thought, and also, Andrew and I are friends, so I think.
I know.
It was It was going to be a good conversation regardless. So.
All right. So Andrew started off. So I'll let him start off here. and give his final thoughts here and encapsulate his arguments and points, and then I'll let you go, Stardust.
Look, there's no doubt that Hunter Avalon hates me like nobody on planet Earth, and whenever he mentions me, he says, but as I pointed out on stream the other night, fucking hate that guy. That's how he references Andrew Wilson, which I understand, right? I get why the guy hates me. I actually don't like him very much either, as you can imagine, but he did have an opportunity to at least redeem himself in my eyes, and he's had multiple opportunities to do this. Maybe if he had shown some kind of, I don't know, initiative in his own private life so that his wife didn't go off for massive gangbangs, I would have had a little bit more respect for him. But even the fact that that didn't happen, and he moved into this situation where he's trying to maybe move on and put his shattered life and the pieces of his life back together. And what we see him do instead is when, a confrontation presents itself, and in this case, he egged on in his Avalon-style fashion. What we end up with is pure cowardice. If I had written this as a script for how I thought Hunter would react in a situation like this, it would have played out exactly like the situation was we saw. You couldn't make satire like this up. It would be something like, and then the chick threw herself in front of him while Hunter ran like a little bitch, crying the whole time, all the way back up. And then they were on the back deck, and he was on the phone with the police going, I'm so scared. I don't know what the fuck to do. It's so terrible. And while she was in front of the slider, still protecting his ass, you know what I mean? That's how it would have played. It would have been unbelievable to people who were reading the script. They would have been like, this is just pure malice from Andrew. This is just him purely hating Hunter Avalon. That's why he wrote him to be such a sissy in this script, right? But then when it plays out in reality, that's exactly what we see. Pure cowardice. And coping after the cowardice is done. We see these multiple streams. Oh, he's so fucked up, he can't stream. Oh, go to my fucking, GoFundMe, and check out this video, which now has some notoriety. Anything he could fucking do to capitalize on the fact that he was a pussy, he's doing. Everything you could ever imagine a sissy would do in this situation is exactly what Hunter Avalon did, and he coped after the fact, and he's still so traumatized with PTSD from a suicide by cop, essentially, that he didn't even witness, right? That he doesn't even know if he's done with his streaming career. The guy just leeches yellow. He leeches it out of his pores. He's one of the biggest fucking cowards I've ever seen in my life. Now, I would love to be able to say something along the lines of, look, I give him the benefit of the doubt. Why not? After all, I don't know what I would do in a situation like that, except while I haven't been in that exact situation, I've been in one very similar, and I know exactly how I responded. I know exactly what I did. So I know what the distinction is. The guy's a fucking wuss. And I guarantee you that if Stardust, old man Beckett, reacted in any way, shape, or form like this, right, she'd get rid of his ass, and I wouldn't blame her. So that's all I'm going to say on that, right? And by the way, when I talk to Beckett later, Stardust, which I will, I'm sure he'll DM me, okay? I'm going to ask him this shit, and he's going to be like, okay, yeah, he's a fucking... I watched this. He's a fucking wuss. You're right. That's what's going to happen. I'm just saying. So that's my 2 cents on it. I appreciate the kill stream hosting the debate. It was a lot of fun, and I hope we brought some fire tonight.
I've loved it. 2 pros here. I didn't have to do much. Just let them go at it here on the kill stream. Stardust, take it away.
Yeah. So first off, let me start off with, Hunter being liable for the X's actions. All right. The X is the one who shot the round, shot the gun, and he is the reason that the ricocheting slug hit Holly in the leg. It is not Hunter's fault. It is solely on Conrad. Conrad is the one who decided to make those actions. Even if Hunter did engage with the X previous to the incident, this was not proportional whatsoever to the level of violence that on the phone confrontation would be, right? That, like, honestly, it's just completely overblown. I think it's just ridiculous. You know, you engage with a back and forth and get nasty with somebody on the phone does not justify in any scenario that person showing up and trying to kill you with the gun. I think we can all agree on that. And so, you know, to say that, you know, in any way that Hunter is responsible in this, I don't think is true. Secondly, I think that the person with the firearm, Conrad, was able to foresee the consequences of his actions. He was able to know what he was doing. He went beforehand. He retrieved a gun. He went to the address. He found the address by putting the air tags in Holly's luggage.
The problem is your auto attack starts on any ability cast. So as soon as you cast Flanking Strike or the auto attack goes off, there's no way to stop it at that point. There was a macro for this, but I don't remember if it ever worked 100%. I think it got broken now. You cannot use any kind of pause in the macro. What you want to do needs one, so it's impossible. You can only use cast sequence. So I wouldn't even want to do that. What if I do this?
I need to get closer.
I don't even know if that worked. I don't think it did. Deal melee damage. Afterwards, your Mongoose Bite and Raptor Strike deal.
I'm out of range.
Well, that's annoying.
It's too far away.
Hello? Why aren't you working? Thank you. Jeez, man. So wait, you would want to use... Okay, I'm so confused. You... Okay, hello? You and your pet deal simultaneous instant 100% melee damage. Afterwards, your Mongoose Bite and Raptor Strike deal 10% increased damage for 10 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Raptor Strike has a 20% chance to reset the cooldown on Flanking Strike. Got you. So, stacking up to 3 times. How is that even possible on a 30-second fucking cooldown? So you would always want to press this first. So, with that being said,
I'm out of range.
Alright, so now...
I need to get closer. It's too far away.
I don't know if it's getting the okay, hold on. I got to. So Raptor Strike did 38 damage there. So I gotta pay attention to that number. So now.
I'm out of range.
Oh, it didn't go off. It did 40 on that one. Oh shit, I can't test it. $32 without, okay. I remember 40. I don't think it worked. In fact, I know it didn't work. Yep. Damn. Okay, so, well, we tested it. So, no matter what, unless I make a cast sequence, which I don't see the fucking point in doing that, I need to press flanking strike first, and then, so 7-6. And then now, what we need to figure out is, I need to figure out where I'm going to put my multi-shot.
I need to get closer. It's too far away.
Damn. I couldn't get there in time. Damn. Dude, Melee Hunter is fun. I am not gonna lie. I think Survival Hunter is going to be absolutely insane.
I'm out of range.
Nice. Okay, so we got flanking strike. Nice. What's next? Leveling. Got explosive shot. Dark Shore. Teldrassil Chimera shot. We have that. Teldrassil explosive shot. We got that. We got flanking strike. Master Marksman, Teldrassil. Sure. Sure, buddy.
What can I do for you? Light bless you. Light be with you. King's honor, friend. Go with honor, friend.
Well, figure it out, guy. We have flanking. Master marksman. Learn hunter's mark ability. Make sure you learn hunter's mark. Okay. Locate the rustling bush. It looks like a bushy green leafy plant. It may be in another location around this area. You may have to wait for it to respawn. Use your hunter's mark ability on the rustling bush. Kill a fallen root poacher. A level 9 enemy. Okay.
I need to get going. It's too far away.
Oh my god. Holy fucking shit, man. Sheesh. That's so much damage all at once.
I'm out of range. That's still charging. That's still I haven't cast that yet. The spell isn't ready.
What's the bush look like?
Still recharging.
What? Why did it do that? Fucking Zygor is trolling.
It's too far away.
Holy fuck! Dude, Hunter is so busted. What the actual fuck? Bro. What? Oh my god. Okay, where's this stupid bush, man? What does it look like? Oh, this thing. Do we get a rune? Nice. Chest. Dude, that's nasty. What? What? Sweet. Leveling, Hunter, Quick Strike we don't have yet. Master marksman. Okay, we are. What is this one? Serpent spread. We ain't doing that.
I don't have a target. I'm out of range.
Bro, what? Hunter's so dumb. Dude. Oh my god. Bro, I'm doing more damage at 12 than my fucking 25 red, man. What is that?
Still recharging.
Dude, why didn't I start with Hunter? Oh, if I just knew the things that I know now. Like, Pally's good, but they're not broken like Hunter. Hunter is just so stupid. What's 5 gonna be? I'm trying to remember what I had 5. Oh, 5 was my my sting. I could put oh, okay, I can put that on 5. That makes sense. I theoretically could put this as that too, because I don't need it there technically. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, though. Let's see here. think I just want to sell that shit. Kind of want to sell that too. That's soulbound. Is this soulbound? No. I need to just start pressing that. Your tame ability also works on deer as a companion pet. Hmm. Alright, let's go to the auction house really quick. Oh my god. Really? Okay. I mean, honestly, that makes sense, but... Fuck, man. Holy, okay. See if that sells. I doubt it, but... we try nonetheless. Can we make this jump? Nope. We make this jump though.
Elun Adore. Good luck, friend.
Sweet.
The fish off the coast of Teldrassil are quite large and robust. Rumors say it is the speedy growth of our New World tree that is the cause. Yes, I have need of a courier who will take a package to Darkshore. Will you help me?
Fuck. I meant to go to the trainer.
To maintain our link to the mainland, we have hippogriffs constantly flying between Retheran village and Darkshore. Ah, you wish to get this to Oberdeen? Very well.
Very well. Is there a hunter trainer here, hopefully? Hopefully. Probably not. I don't think there's any trainers here. Alright, when we get to 14.
Obviously not let you go out by yourself. I didn't say that you wouldn't try to stop me.
Beckett,
Listen,
she's not going out of the
think
fucking
this is
house,
a
right,
fucking-
Beckett?
This is a fucking Of course
No,
You're not- of course
This is
not.
impossible.
Yes.
I'm sorry, like, hun,
You
if
are.
you ever
You are
ask me this
fucking
outside
I'm not.
this shit,
I'm gonna
no,
fucking
no,
leave.
no.
I'm going to rage quit right now. I'm actually going to fucking break up with you. Like I am. I'm not joking. I'm serious. I will break up with you.
Beckett, now's the chance to call her bluff. No, listen,
no,
hang on. Hear me out. Hear me
I'm
out.
hovering over the leave call right now.
Hang on, hear me out. Beckett, listen.
Come on,
No woman on planet Earth is ever going to dump you because you say that you're going to make her sit there while you confront the danger. They'll never do it.
No, he's being chivalrous.
I'm this close.
No. It's
All right.
Beckett.
All right,
all
fair
good.
enough. We can wrap it here. It's all good.
No, we don't want to
I
see that.
I do want to say one thing because I think this is. Listen, as funny as it is, I think it's a red fucking herring. Because while this is all hilarious, it's a great little fucking bring your boyfriend in, and then he'll reinforce my point. The truth is, I don't think this is like accounting for cowardice. I think this is just accounting for like stupidity.
Oh yeah, then why wouldn't you do it? Then why wouldn't you do it? Then why wouldn't you take your girl with you? Why wouldn't you do it? Because that's what a fucking coward would do, right, Beckett?
Well, it's okay. Listen, you can call it cowardice if you like. I call it fucking stupidity.
Maybe it's both.
I don't
Can
know,
it be both?
Holly.
Can it be stupid and cowardly?
It's not. No.
I don't know if I'd call it cowardice. Like I genuinely wouldn't. The problem here is that the information that they're working on is that it's her ex-partner. I don't think they've been in a relationship very long. Like it's what, a couple of months, if that. You know, it's a radically different situation to a massively long-term relationship. It's firstly her actual ex-partner who she's been with for 11 years. This isn't just some random fucking person. And also Hunter's in the position where he's being dragged into somebody else's life drama.
Yeah.
Which is radically different.
Yeah, but
and what I'd ask you is this.
Yeah,
like,
go ahead.
Okay, you're calling Hunter a coward and everything else, but he didn't just fucking jump over the balcony and try and escape.
Well, I mean, that's because it was a 2-story drop, probably. So there's
I don't
that.
know.
But not only that, Beckett,
don't know.
really, the whole thing ends here with this. If your best friend, your best pal, was in this same exact situation, and you talk to him afterwards, the very first thing out of your mouth would be, "You stupid motherfucker, why'd you let that chick go out with you? Why did you go out? But at the very least, why the fuck did you let your woman go with you?" And he'd be like, "Oh, fuck." And he would say, "You're fucking dumb and you're a sissy." That's what would happen, Beckett.
But we didn't even disagree on this, Andrew. We both agreed that they both shouldn't have gone out in the first place.
Yeah, but is it cowardice that he had to drag his chick with him in order to go check on the threat? That'd be like
He
me
didn't
waking my
drag
wife
her
up in
with
the middle of the
him,
night.
though.
It'd be like me waking up in the middle of the night. My wife's like, "I heard a noise downstairs," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll check it out. You're coming with me, right?"
We don't know.
Does that
if
sound
that's-
correct?
Wait, Andrew. We don't know that that's what happened.
No, well,
We don't know that
no,
that's
we
the
do.
situation.
We do have the timeline of this because
But
this
we don't have
do.
This, no, we don't have the conversation of him saying, "Hey, do you want to come with me?"
Yeah, but
We don't
why?
have that.
Why was she with him?
We don't know.
Well, because he got a call while he's in the apartment. He got the call explaining that there was somebody lurking around right? And he said that he went to check it out, and she went with him. So we
Yeah.
do know. So the thing
We don't
is
know
like,
why that
yeah,
happened.
because he didn't say, no, bitch, you're staying here. That's why it happened. It couldn't have happened any other way. How else could it have happened? She was like, she had a gun and was like, I'm coming with you? Come on.
I think that's perfectly fucking normal for plenty of relationships. Just because I wouldn't act in that situation in that way doesn't mean plenty of other men wouldn't.
Are you checking out the threat in the middle of the night with Stardust? Come on, dude. No, you're not. You are not doing that.
Are you really going to act like I would let you go by yourself somewhere?
You really going to act like you have a choice?
Yeah, I do.
But I think there are differences in those situations. Like, again, we're talking about very specifically Hunter's situation. Yeah, I probably would act differently. But if it's something in the middle of the night, yeah, maybe. Like, again, I think women should be firearm trained. Like, my mum was like this when we were in South Africa. My dad is not a great shot. It was my mum who was like the fucking shooting, like, to chase off robbers. Women are absolutely capable of defending themselves with firearms. I don't know if I completely agree with your narrative of it should only just be the man. You're asking what I would do, but that's not necessarily normative.
Well, I feel like I have made my case and have completed my case, and I have nowhere else to go with it.
I think you're attributing stupidity to cowardice and bad decision making.
Beckett, all I need to know is how you would react in the situation. I know that the acting to the ulterior to that, you would consider to be pussy. That would be, you would consider him to be a fucking wuss. Beckett, come on.
Okay. Well, let's ask the other question then. Isn't the first response to this, like, why is it just to like come at Hunter? This is what I kind of don't get over this shit.
It wasn't the first
because
response.
this is obviously quite a fucked.
Yeah, it's Conrad. At the end of the day, it's Conrad who is responsible for Holly getting shot.
Nobody is making the claim to the contrary. We can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. We can say that there's no justification for somebody to show up and do something like this, while at the same time condemning the things which led up to it and the behavior that was enacted during it. We can do both things. We can say both of these things, and we can even tell you which ones are the most wrong. It was the most wrong what that guy did. But that doesn't mean...
Right, Andrew, but under the impression that they didn't think that Conrad would be showing up with a gun. They maybe thought that he would show up, but not with a gun. Under that impression...
Who cares if they showed up with a bat or his fist?
Because under that impression, it is perfectly reasonable that he to come along with him.
Oh, I see. Okay, if that's fair, then if that's your actual argument, then Beckett. If it was just a guy showing up with a baseball bat, would you go confront him with Stardust then?
We don't know that he has a baseball bat.
No, right, you don't know. But, I mean, assuming whatever he has, even if it's just his fist, even if he just shows up with his bare hands, why in the world would Beckett take you to confront him?
The smartest thing would have been, we agree, the smartest thing would have been for them to stay in their apartment and call the police.
And the most courageous thing, and you said this earlier, that you would have considered if Hunter had gone out and confronted him by himself and the guy had shot Hunter, you would have considered that to have been a courageous act. Those words came out of your mouth.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah, but still courageous, stupid. And that's why I say that's what a pussy is. He does the opposite of what's courageous.
Just because something that you do is something you can do is courageous doesn't mean that by not doing that thing means you're a coward.
Okay, so do stupid thing makes you brave?
Spectrum.
Doing stupid thing makes you brave? Or is it
Sometimes.
Is it brave because you're doing the self-sacrificial thing on behalf of the other person?
It's not even the
and that's why you called
thing.
Holly brave. You called Holly
dumb.
brave because she did the self-sacrificial thing.
Right, but it was also really fucking stupid.
Yeah, but you said it was stunningly brave, right? It's really stupid when those firefighters run into those burning buildings, isn't it?
No.
Why not? Why? Well, because they're trained.
They've got
are they trained to breathe in smoke, Beckett? Are they trained for that?
No, that's why they've got respirators. I'm not saying it's not dangerous, but it's worlds of difference between a civilian with
Sometimes
no training.
They don't follow their orders. They're told
dangerous.
Don't go in, and they go anyway, and they save the kid, and you call them the hero anyway for disobeying, even though they did the stupid thing. This is the expectation that you have of those people. The brave among us is that they're willing to disobey in order to do the brave thing anyway. That's what makes them a hero. That's why you call Holly a hero and you don't call Hunter one.
Once you reach
the last thing, hang on, I'm almost done.
Honestly,
I'm almost done, bro. And then you can respond. And that's the same reason that fucking Beckett is the guy who's going to go out in his underwear with the handgun or the baseball bat or whatever the fuck it is and say, you stay right the fuck there, lady, until I check out whatever this is, because that's how it works.
Are you seriously arguing? Like, I actually, like, this is a genuine question, because through all the attacks on Hunter, like, it feels like if he got shot, like, everyone would still be sitting here going, he's a fucking idiot for getting shot. Like, I don't see a win condition.
At least be a brave idiot.
Yeah, but would you be saying that, or would you be like, wow, what a fucking idiot?
Well,
like,
this is the thing, right?
What a dumbass.
What do you do? What do you?
Dead,
wouldn't you say the same thing with the firefighter, though? Right? The guy who runs in, doesn't save the children, gets the smoke inhalation, and dies. Nobody likes the one who doesn't win, right? But he runs in anyway. If he comes out with a kid, he's a hero. If he dies inside, he was stupid. But you know, the delineation there, is really just the preference of how we gauge heroics.
He tourniqueted her leg. He got in touch with the police. He managed to gather evidence while he was doing it of what was going on, which is the same thing many journalists do in those situations. That's not unique to Hunter. That is a normative response for people who like gather information.
Well, so let me get it right. Oh, he dialed 911. Literally the three numbers everybody on planet Earth can remember. So he dials. Well, she got shot, but anyway, he dials 9.
But that's not the answer to the question. Is she dead?
No.
Yeah.
So
Yes
what?
or no?
He's dead. The other guy's dead. Maybe there could have been a situation. Are we just only concerned with only the preservation of those two lives? While I would consider, hang on. I'm almost done. While I would consider his life to be less valuable in that situation than theirs, you don't know what other reactions could have preserved everybody's life. You have no idea. These are all post hoc rationalizations and ad hoc rationalizations. So what I'm saying here specifically is this. The delineation point and the reason that Beckett would go his ass out fucking side is because he knows that the way that men do things is that way. The way that they don't do things is say, well, why don't you come along with me, Stardust, and we'll go confront them together. It's not how that works.
It's not. Why don't you come along with me? Right? Again, given that they were not aware that he had a gun, right? And given that they were, this was like the daytime as well. You can come up with all of these, speculations of what he should have done, but at the end of the day, again, you are saying all of these things after the fact. In the situation, what he did was the correct thing to do. Every single expert on active shooter situations advises them to do exactly what they did, with the exception of Holly stepping between them.
This is only if you start the story in the middle.
We can all agree, though, right? They should have never. They should have never went outside.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You start the story in the middle. So you're like, what you do is you start the story in the middle, and you go, if we start the story in the middle, they did the right things. And it's like, well, yeah, great. I'm not granting you that we're going to start the fucking story in the middle.
Okay, but hold on. Your gotcha. Hold on. Your gotcha with bringing me here was, hey, Beckett, you wouldn't let her go out with you, right? It was like, yeah, but I wouldn't go out in the first place. I answered your question, which was, no, I wouldn't if I was dumb enough to take those actions. But that's not quite the gotcha you think it is, because again,
it is. It's the gotcha I think it is.
In a different way. No, it's not, Andrew. Like, I don't accept that, because let me ask you.
Hunter, but here's the thing, Beckett, I accept it.
If you were unarmed, I don't care what you fucking accept. If you were unarmed, are you telling me you're dumb enough to go and confront somebody who you know hates you, feels like you've stolen their partner, wants to kill you, and may be armed?
No.
Are you telling me you're that fucking stupid?
Nope, but I can also tell you unequivocally that if I was such a person who was dumb enough, for whatever reason in that particular situation, to go and confront them, my wife's staying her fucking ass inside. Right, Beckett?
Okay, but so the argument here is Hunter did the dumb thing, and again, this isn't his wife. This is a girl who actually, do you know what? This is kind of an interesting one as well. If you didn't know they were armed, and your wife had a much better, let's say your girlfriend, let's say you weren't married, you'd only been together a couple of months, and this was her brother or something, and you know her brother hates you, would you let her come down?
You mean if her brother was showing up?
Yeah, let's say her brother was like really unhappy with your relationship and may seriously dislike you. Like you suspect that he may want to hurt you.
Yeah.
Would you let her come with you to see her brother?
I don't know. But I'm
Oh,
not sure.
No.
I'm not sure that that's
Because
all
this
that
is the thing.
relatable when it comes to family versus if it comes to a boyfriend.
Disagree with you because the reason Holly got shot was because that she was trying again. Yes, she did the heroic thing and tried to protect Hunter, but she knew that Hunter was the one that he was after. So
Yeah.
much like if you were with your girlfriend and she was going and her brother was coming and she knew that her brother wanted to hurt you.
Yeah.
She may get hit with shrapnel while trying to protect you from her brother. Now that might be that you might argue then. Well, you know, I should.
I think it's a different dynamic between
bullet.
family and somebody you're fucking, bro. I
But
think it's
this isn't
entirely.
somebody
I think
he's
it's an
fucking. This
entirely.
is no, hold on.
I think it's an.
Do you-
Now,
do you
let's
think
say
this
if
is-
it was the same history where they're like, my brother's a mentally ill abuser lunatic, right? Then I would have barricaded us both in, right?
Yeah, okay,
Unarmed?
but no. But we're skipping that point. We're skipping that point. You didn't call me in here to ask if it was you. Would you barricade you both in? You brought me
Yeah,
here
but
to
even
ask
then,
whether I
so
would
then
go out
the
on my
extension of that then in that situation, if it was the same history, you're just adding it's a brother instead of a boyfriend, I would still, even if I was dumb enough to go and make the confrontation, would still leave my wife the fucking side, Beckett.
Okay, but this is
And
but
so
this
would
is
you.
why I think
And so would
it's
you.
Almost, but this is why it's almost a. Actually, hold on. I actually don't know if that's the case.
Well, go ahead.
If
You
Star's
would
brother
take
did
your-
something.
you would
no,
take
no,
her
no.
with
If
you?
Star's brother turned up, that would be a very different dynamic.
No.
But this
That's
is-
not, hang on. That's not what you said. So it's all, the entire case is the exact same. You're just inserting now it's the brother rather than the lover. But it still has the same abuse, the same all that shit, which the chick reports
You're
to you.
asking about
In this
my
case, the
relationship with
sister.
Stardust now.
Yeah,
You're not
but
asking
she
me
has
what
so
it was
she
like.
has the same exact thing. It's just with her brother instead of her lover. You would still do the exact same shit.
But it's not. But it's not just her lover, is it? It's someone she's been with for 11 years. They've been together basically their entire romantic history.
Oh, come on,
Would you-
man.
I mean,
This is
again,
pedantic.
She's 29. She spent her entire 20s with him.
Yeah, this is
and-
pedantic.
This is pedantic.
And with the
I think
brother,
this is
with the
really
brother,
fucking-
she spent her whole life. What's your point? It's the same situation. You
point
still, you still would do the exact same thing. You'd barricade yourself in if you had no weapons, and if you didn't, and you were going to go confront, you'd leave the woman there. In both cases, you know it, I know it, Ralph knows it, Ralph's audience knows it, my audience knows it, Stardust, and we all fucking know it.
Yeah, I would barricade us in, but that wasn't your original fucking question, was it? And when you asked me that question, I clarified it immediately that I wouldn't go outside. So the point is, if Star and I had just started dating, like let's roll the relationship back, and it
Okay.
was her ex-husband or something that doesn't exist, by the way, before anyone gets any ideas, that they were still fucking married, and they were going through a divorce. Yeah, that probably would be a different situation. Like, because
Yeah,
again,
I mean,
you
maybe,
keep, like,
but hang
generalizing
on,
those things.
hang on. If we were to hyper specify here and say, okay, if it didn't have any of the abuse markers and it didn't have any of that, then yes, it is a different situation. But in this case, if you're just saying all things are equal and all of those abuse markers are still there and everything else is still there, it's just now we're inserting a family member rather than somebody you were having sex with and in a relationship with, I still think we would react the exact same way in both those situations. Tell me I'm wrong, Beckett.
Okay, what's a good way to put this? I think that even if you want to make those arguments that the abuse markers are there, so it's an additional, that you've got these exceptions and everything else, I think when you look at this at the aggregate of the way that people behave when they get shot at and murdered, I don't think Hunter's actions are out of the realms of reality. And I will say that I think that Hunter's, the only reason this is getting hyperanalyzed the way it is because people hate Hunter Avalon. And I get hating Hunter Avalon, right? Like when he was going through his divorce, I wasn't particularly kind about him. I get that. But in this case, I just feel like I feel like it's picking at those little holes to the point where you're just like, he's just a fucking coward. But Holly's alive. He's alive. ultimately, well, look, obviously, I don't want anyone to fucking die.
Yeah, Holly did a good Holly did a good job.
Deal with it.
Holly did a good job. Hunter did a bad
So did
job. It's that
Hunter.
simple.
When she got Hunter managed to tourniquet her. She was shot.
You're
in the
starting
leg,
the story
which
in the
was
middle.
incredibly dangerous, and she didn't fucking blame.
No.
But you started the
Beckett,
story in the middle
can
as
you and I
well.
agree on this? Can you and I agree on this? Anything that you do is ahead of your relationship, and I sure hope to God you think that you're the head of your relationship. But anything you do is ahead of your relationship, which could affect your woman and could affect your children, you're responsible for.
Tread very
Firstly-
carefully, Beckett.
Firstly, our
So be
relationship
careful.
is a partnership.
trying to paint
Our
it
relationship
again.
is a
Very,
partnership.
very carefully.
I'm not gonna like fuck off, Andrew. Being like, no, fuck off.
Be very careful. I was thinking.
Listen. I'm British. Fine. Our relationship is a partnership.
He's used to getting
but-
caught. Don't worry about it.
No.
Fuck all of you. Our relationship's a partnership, but
Wait, what did she just say? Stardust, what did you just say? He's used to what?
I'm joking. I'm joking, obviously.
No. I
mad
want
at
you to
me.
say it again.
It's
Say it
fine.
again.
She's
Say it
allowed
again.
to be fucking mad at me.
Okay.
Because she's pulled me. Listen, Andrew. You and I are gonna have fucking words after this. Okay? next time there is anything I can exploit.
Yeah, I mean, you and I are
I'm
gonna have
gonna-
words after this too, Beckett. Just so you know. So, you know.
Fine.
Find your balls, Beckett. Say that you're the head of the household,
No,
and as the
I
head of the
own
household,
fucking
what
balls.
you
I
do.
own the fucking balls, and my balls are bigger than his. All right.
Whew, Beckett, bro. I feel like I'm helping you dodge a bullet here, brother.
No, I will fucking murder him. Right.
Firstly, our relationship's a partnership. Secondly,
Whew.
yes, I do think that, but I also expect Star to feel exactly the same way. And I've said this multiple times. One of the reasons that I date Star is how reliable she is, how intelligent she is. She's great at those things. So
Well,
I
Keep
don't
going
need
in
to.
there. I'm
I
sure
don't
you-
need to carry all the fucking burden.
Beckett,
And-
is it a partnership or is it a partnership?
What?
What's that meant to mean?
Uh,
Do you mean
check
do we have a
your
destiny
once again.
relationship?
Well, I mean, like
No.
right now while you're on air, it's a partnership. But then behind the scenes, you might be like, why don't you shut the fuck up,
we don't wanna-
Stardust?
we don't
Why
wanna
don't
go
you
there,
shut the
Beckett.
fuck up? And
let's
you're going to
be
do what
real.
I say. Like what?
No. Let's be real. Beckett does not even want to go there because it is a partnership, and how much
It
of
is.
a partnership it is, it would be
Is it a
actually
partnership?
honestly not good for him. So yeah.
All right.
Christmas spirit is in the air.
They're great. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Have a holly jolly. All right. Look, I'll leave it there, guys. I've enjoyed very much the conversation. I feel like I'm gonna get Beckett killed if we keep going.
I think you might. Yeah, let's stop there. I do have one
Thanks,
super
Andrew.
chat
I
for
really
you.
appreciate this, buddy. This has been fucking
I was
fantastic.
gonna say he really got you, man.
Fucking
All right.
Yankoid cunt.
What did you think you were talking to? You got. I
Oh, man, he
literally.
got us.
You,
I knew that was about to happen.
And you just
No,
got Andrew
wait.
wants to fuck you. Sure,
Beckett,
I don't
no,
fucking
Beckett, shut up. Beckett, shut the fuck up. All right.
Yeah, Beckett, shut the fuck up.
Andrew and Ethan. Okay. Who the fuck did you think you were talking to? Do you
I
think
knew
that
what was gonna happen.
Do you
I
think
could
that
see it
I
from a
would
mile
date
away.
somebody who wouldn't be able to handle how feminist I am? Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, Stardust, no man can come out and say they would let their woman go out with them to confront a guy with a shotgun.
Of course not.
Not that he would let me.
Like,
That he cannot fucking.
they would
stop
put you
me,
down,
all right?
Stardust.
He's
Come
not
on,
the one who
Stardust.
can
Let a woman go outside with a maniac.
Look it. How many times have I been the one going out? All right. Let me just
I'm just
say that.
saying.
All right.
He couldn't say that even if he would let that happen because he would look like
Listen,
pussy to everybody.
Listen, Star is highly
don't-
fucking capable.
Oh my
Star is
God.
highly fucking capable. I'm not disagreeing with that.
But that's why why is she getting left in the
so
house
problem-
then?
the problem
Why is she
with
getting
this
left
is
in the house
that
if
the
she's so
question is, how
capable,
would I react
Beckett?
in this situation, and it's probably not the same sort of like logical, rational thing with everything else. Because I've been in situations like this. I've seen them go fucking horribly wrong. But again, Hunter probably doesn't have that fucking experience. That's why it's a bit of an unfair.
That's
question.
because his woman was out getting gangbanged with a camel.
That's because most people are smart enough to not get themselves into these situations
Where their
in the
wife
first place.
leaves
I
them
was
to go
just
get
dumb when I was
gangbanged?
younger.
Where their wife leaves them to get gangbanged? Now listen, I can understand if it was Carissa, maybe he'd want her to jump in front while he ran the fuck off. But if it's a chick that you like, or a chick that you're with, who you have some respect for, or something like this, come on, Beckett. She ain't coming out the fucking door with you. That's just the way it works, bro.
You can't fucking stop, man.
Oh, he can
I
stop
don't think Hunter could have. I don't think Hunter could have stopped Holly, and also I don't think the dynamics.
Oh yeah. She.
I just don't.
I'm sure he couldn't have stopped her when she had a bullet hole in her fucking leg. Couldn't move her to a covered position while he stood in front of the glass door. There's no possible way, Beckett. It's just like there's no way he could have done that.
Wait, hold on. From what I can remember in the footage, like there's not a huge amount to cover anyway.
Oh yes, there is. Next to that
They're
slider.
overlooking the balcony. No, hold on. They're overlooking the balcony where the stairs are coming up, so that they can see access to their front door. He's the one leaning over to get the information. Firstly, he needs to get that information to see if like the guy's coming through, and if Holly's in his position, isn't she just as fucking vulnerable?
No, she's less
the dude
vulnerable.
wasn't in the,
She's in
no,
a.
no,
She's
the dude
in.
wasn't in the apartment at the time.
Yeah,
he didn't want to shoot Holly. They knew that she didn't.
She was looking out in case
he
he came in, so they were looking from two positions. So he's looking from the position off to his right, which is off the side of his deck, which has an elevated, at least some kind of fence that's right there that you can see, right, which is very common for decks inside of the United States, especially if you're on a second story. But even on the first story, you'll have some type of gate around the deck, wooden gate. She would have been in a better position to be on that side while he stood in front of the glass, but instead she stood in front of the glass, even though she had a bullet wound already.
But she was also texting him at the time.
So
about
she couldn't
how
text him from a
he doesn't
covered
want to
position.
kill her.
We're just having the same exact fucking debate that I had with Andrew. Like,
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
I think you're just running in a.
You really want to do the same exact debate with him, you know?
Amazing overtime segment on the kill stream. I have to say, there was one super chat for you, Andrew.
Sure.
Let me read this. It says, BPF's lungs, please, Andrew, we can't take any more cigarettes. You've smoked 2 packs in this debate alone. Please, we are so black. We have started robbing liquor stores. Is what it says.
Fuck you, BPF's lungs.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas to you,
I hope
Ethan.
it doesn't cause any problems, Beckett. I knew that was about to happen. Impish behavior.
No, I
it is simpish behavior, Beckett. He's right.
I shouldn't have even told him. I shouldn't have even told Beckett that Andrew was asking for him to come on.
I knew
because
exactly what was about to happen.
of course,
We're
he's
men,
just going to use
Stardust.
it as an opportunity to undermine me, right? So nice. Thanks.
Beckett, you're in the doghouse, man. You're in the doghouse.
Yeah, you better start showing
All of you are in the doghouse.
I
Every
didn't do
single
anything,
one of you.
Stardust.
Andrew, we are no longer friends. I'm no longer friends with Andrew. I'm no longer friends with Ethan.
No!
And Beckett,
Wait a minute!
Goodbye. All right.
No!
I'm just saying. I am no
wait
longer.
a minute.
Wait.
I didn't do anything.
We're none of
That's
us.
Andrew.
I'm
I didn't
done.
do anything. No.
Ethan didn't even do nothing. He didn't do
Doesn't
nothing.
matter.
I even stopped you for breaking up with him on air. What do you mean?
Oh, it would have been content. Why did you stop it?
What the fuck? I didn't want to see that.
Oh, well, Ethan, I'm sorry that I broke up all of your friendships this evening, but
What
thank
the
you,
fuck, man?
thank
I
you,
can't lose any more
thank you
friends.
for having me on the kill stream this evening. I appreciate it.
Merry fucking Christmas to all you. The
Merry fucking
unstoppable
Christmas.
Stardust, the indomitable Andrew Wilson. Beckett, thank you for joining us in your debut. What a hellacious debut here.
Have a great night, man.
Thank you for having
Thanks,
us, Ethan.
You're welcome.
Shut up. I know what you're thinking. You're like, Andrew, you cheated. I know what you're fucking thinking, you pieces of shit. You fucking cheated. It's all fair in love and blood sports, okay? It's all fair in love and blood sports. I didn't cheat, okay? And then you just bounce out of the call, you know, make them deal with it. That was great. But, ladies and gentlemen, we do have to get over to all the great super chats. Let me explain to you that we have a basically straight up 1 week Christmas special going on. There's going to be 2 which are 8-hour streams. I've been working on bits nonstop for them, happening this next week. I'm going to be setting the dono bar to $10,000. The reason I want to raise this much money so that we can directly give charity to people who need it this holiday season. And we're going to raise that money. We've always been very good at raising it. So that's what we're going to do. Now, I always do things differently, of course, than everybody else. I don't just send off some fucking charity money to some stupid organization. We just directly give it to the people who need it. Directly hand it to them. Like, here you go. Now you don't have to be on the fucking street this December. You know what I mean? Now we don't have to be fucked up this December. Now you don't have to worry, at least this December. Why Monday during the day? There's also going to be another one on Friday. Friday or Saturday. It's a loaded up week. We've got the last whatever podcast of the year. That's about to happen. And I'll be on that. I'll be calling in for that. They did want me to come in person. He offered to pay my expenses to head out there. But I just couldn't justify leaving the family during the Christmas season. So, but I was happy to do the call-in. So make sure as we run this special, those of you who have the means understand that most of this will be going towards
so
charity.
ridiculous, man. I do so much damage, and I don't even have the fucking OP runes yet.
But I do want to dispense direct to charity.
Nor do I even have
last
gear.
year. It was wildly successful, and we'll do it this year, and I'm sure it'll be wildly successful. Let me move over to the dono chat here, guys. Get to all of your great super chats. So, $10 comes in from Jason Scholl. It says, crush the insects. Yes, sir. $5 more from Jason Scholl, who says, Rachel said, send in a dono chat, so here's $5. I appreciate that $5. Anonymous sends in $5 and says, your mind is art at its finest, and Matt Dillahunty is a washed-up, obese narcissist. That's all true. And are we going to continue to make fun of Matt Dillahunty on this fine channel? The answer to that is yes. Yes, we are. $10 from Jacoby Midcap, who says, $10 all I've got to give right now, and that's perfectly acceptable. Always remember, the Crucible comes last. Well, I would say during the holiday season, if you're in a position to dispense charity, that you should dispense charity if you can. But just make sure that you remember it's if you can. Always take care of your own needs first. Always. $4 from Justin Henley, who says, I heard a lot about a protocol tonight. Did you guys get the protocol? Mr. E, make sure we get the protocol posted in Discord. Protocol. Oh, that was too much fun. It was too fucking hilarious. $5 comes in from Anglo Christian, who says, getting Beckett on was a master move. I'm pretty proud of that. I knew how it was going to go. I feel like Ralph knew that I knew how it was going to go, too. He seemed like he played his part well. Ethan was like, well, yeah, let's bring on Beckett. Let's get the Stardust. We're going to play the Stardust boyfriend card. But was it a trap card? Yeah. Because what's he going to say? Is he going to say, yeah, I'd let Stardust jump in front of... Fuck, no, he's not going to say that shit. But if he says that he would stop her from doing that, puts him in an even worse position because of her stupid feminist nonsense. So there really was no way for me to lose. Was it underhanded? Was it sneaky? Was it kind of evil? No, it was none of those things. It's blood sports. $5 comes in from Anglo Christian, who, I'm sorry, just read that. $4 from Justin Henley, who says, you didn't score enough spots on the bingo card for more gifted memberships. But Home Wrecking Star and Beckett is worth another. And thank you to everybody who sent in all those great gifted memberships tonight. 'Tis this season for giving, and we appreciate it very much. I am definitely going to play up the Christmas angle, as last year we were able to make a difference in a lot of people's lives, and that was pretty neat to be able to facilitate and make something which is so entertaining that thousands upon thousands of people watch it and are willing to give towards those goals. So it's a very humbling thing for me, but I enjoy, putting those shows on. Now let me move over to the YouTube Super Chats. We can't miss any Super Chats, right? Can't. Those are the rules. So let's get into it here, guys. Sorry, I had to pull those up. I always have to kind of go backwards when I'm doing a show like that. If I'm debating and somebody else is running the show, I can't engage with the Super Chats at that
But seriously, dude, you need to say you're sorry to him, man. It's sad. He's got a pretty woman that really stands up for him. That song, Stand By Your Man?
Well, I'll have to meet her.
No, you don't want to meet her. She wants to kick you right in the balls. And she can fight.
She says
I
that
know
now.
she can.
Did Sideways take his medication yet?
I don't know.
Why are you worried about me, bud? Why don't you come down here and get your medication?
If your girlfriend that's in this lobby, if she lives where you're at, I'll definitely come there.
Okay.
Hook up
All right. Good. Come on. She's got a 45 waiting on you, man. You don't understand. She's a prison guard. She works for the state.
I like it rough. I like it rough, man.
Yeah. We like it rough, too.
I'll take
Okay,
it.
out of nowhere, whore. What's wrong, boy? Boom! Large Farva. That fat ass?
Yeah,
I got
I'm
him
not
kicked
sure.
off.
I don't know who that is.
That's because you don't play Xbox. I got him kicked off on Xbox. I wasn't even on. I didn't even have to be on. I had my buddies to kick him off.
Well, what are you taking so long with me for?
But seriously, dude, you need to say you're sorry to him, man. It's sad. He's got a pretty woman that really stands up for him.
On this fine day in Elwyn Forest, a new adventurer arises. A ruthless, cutthroat woman and #1 assassin from the East Seas. She came to Northshire Abbey to escape the harsh, war-ridden landscape. She quickly gained a reputation for her skills in guns, and thus appropriately nicknamed the Korean Pistol.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Savix and today we are playing the Korean Pistol, my official second character in Season of Discovery. And indeed, we are here to kill the Gnolls and Hogger. But first, I must pickpocket these river paws for a chance to discover my new rune. And speak of the devil, there's Hogger right there. Let me show you guys how to solo him. Little demonstration, of course. Gonna gouge him. A little bit of throwing so we don't lose the leash. For those that have been playing Classic WoW for a long time, you probably know this trick already. Kiting as you throw your knives. There's dodge right there. Do I have enough throwing though? Oh no, I only have 6. Alright, this is code red from the start of the session. This is not ideal. I don't think I can even kill this guy with okay, I gotta save my throwings. I gotta just gouge Kite him, I guess. Oh man, this is not ideal at all. Okay, now I am out of throwing, but I do have a hunter. 25 blasting for me. Wow, this is what the RP community is all about. So if you did have a lot of throwing, you would just fence hop and keep throwing and he'll juggle back and forth, which will make it super easy to kill Hogger. And it appears I did not even have the quest, so you know what? I shall be attempting Hogger with no throwing. Wait. Hello there. Come on, please reply. Honga again. Can I buy your throwing knives? I'll pay. Come on. Please, are you here? Alright, let me first collect the armbands, and then I'll kill Hogger. Then we'll head to Fargo Deep Mine to get the right piece of the map for the rune that I have yet to discover. Alright, there's Hogger right there. No! You know what? Fuck, do I just wait? I'm gonna wait. Let them have that one.
Oh
I'm
my
going to
God.
solo. If the next one gets tagged too, I probably won't. Alright, here we go, boys. Holy, he hits hard. I don't know if I could do this. I gotta wait for him so that I could gouge him and he doesn't lose the leash. I'm gonna have to use a lot of gouges here. I'm gonna... Oh no! I'm gonna touch him one time. Oh, I think they need the credit for this. Should I invite them? Elfenhoof. That's a hunter. Alright, I'm gonna invite him. I was gonna cut it out to the fence, use evasion, whatnot. I don't want to be that guy and get credit by myself. Oh my god, I'm dying! Elfenhood and Bumbly, you're lucky I was feeling nice today. A lot of people are saying rogues are not fun and it's boring, but I'm actually enjoying it. I like this pickpocket RP I'm doing. Collecting these map fragments to put it together and find a new treasure rune. And this
Bro,
Shadow Strike
it's not an
has been
upgrade. Fuck
great.
off, man.
Absolutely loving it. Hopefully we don't get caught here.
Getting annoying.
That guy has it for sure. Holy, that's a big pull. Oh, he's at level 20. What's the level 20 doing here? What are all these high levels doing here? Oh, can I pickpocket this before he kills it? Come on. Yes. Okay, little copper. And... Nope. Shirley. Shirley.
This is grim news for Hildelf.
Shirley.
And I wish I could have been there with you.
Do you not have anything, sir? There you go.
Thank you, adventurer. Your deeds
Oh,
will be
we
remembered by the
finally got it. Alright, we just need one more piece. Alright, here we are to find the one piece. The Fierce Bandits. Oh, I remember seeing that guy a lot. He had nothing to do with anything though. No quest, no nothing. Dead Tooth Jack. He does look badass with that tabard though. Alright, so I guess I just walk around. Ooh. Thoros. Now that might be worth clearing this area for. A little rare, of course. I'm gonna try to sneak through. Pickpocket. Oh, we already got it. Okay. I think if I use my ability on him, I'm gonna aggro all of them. Yeah. Alright, we like this thrill though. This is what we live for. A little dance in the battles. It'll be too easy if I just kill them all one by one, right? Gotta add a little thrill. Okay, this is the little rare. Mr. Thoros Lightning Fingers. Oh shit, you got some fast fingers or something, man? I don't know, his finger's not that fast. Down he goes. I am going to guess we're gonna get a piece of cloth. A white cloth, not even green, because the lower level rare spawns, they kind of drop trash all the time. If it's a green, I will be surprised. And there it is. I called it, man. I don't know what it is, but leveling a new character in WoW, it feels fun. I like it. I don't know if it's just me, but it's nostalgic. It hits you in the spot. Especially 1 through 20, I feel like that's one of the most fun parts in leveling. It goes by super fast, getting a little upgrade of gear here and there feels rewarding and fun for me at least. Oh god, these guys respawn fast. Alright, Death Tooth, I'm gonna leave. Oh wait, that was not the last piece. I still need one more. 4 pieces. Murlocs. One of the most ferocious monsters in Elwyn Forest. I think as a kid, I died to Murlocs the most. Especially in the northern part over here. Oh god. Those guys were scary. What is the most mob I've died to in WoW? Gosh, I'm not sure. STV and Westfall is probably where I died the most. As a beginner. Let me know what you died to a lot as a kid. And I did not get my own account for 3 months. I played off of free trials. If you don't know, back then, free trials only lasted a week. And you can get to only level 20 and you can't type a single word. Can't use auction house, no trade, no nut. It's literally solo self-out mode. Wait, that's actually insane. They had that mode. From back then? What the hell? Alright, well, there's solo self-out mode. Easy peasy. And there's the map fragment as well. And let's merge these together. And dig up treasure at the marked location, which will be over here. I love this, by the way. Death Strike. Super fun. Oh, a little bag. No, thank you. Yeah, I just use that as a gap closer right now. Move around and... Is this the spot? Yeah. And there's the box, boys. I wonder if he could just take this. Can you loot the chest? That for a rune? Yes. He could just take it? He doesn't have to grab... What? Congrats. Oh, wow. This guy should give me a little tip or something for finding the One Piece. Anyways, we have now achieved the quick draw. Oh shit. Little... Oh, you need a ranged weapon for it? You cannot use a throwing? No, man. Alright, let's go ahead and Hearthstone so I can get my next rune. What the? This has to be new, right? I do not remember a big ass box like this. What? That's pretty cool though. I like that. And there it is. Rune of Slaughter. This actually will be huge if you go full ambush, a dagger spec for PvP with this OT. Holy! You're gonna be blowing someone 3 holes in like 2 seconds. Maybe 5 holes, I don't know. Alright, well, that is all the runes you can get from Elwyn Forest so far. I will now head to Stormwind and go to Loch Modan. No, 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 no. Drop combat, drop combat, drop combat right now, soldier! Oh, what took advantage? Oh, we're fine, boys. What a way to start today. Alright, we're gonna get some 12 years. There's another saber / rune I could get here. Show them the thumbnail. Dude, the thumbnail's fine. Okay, chat. Pause the music. I thought I effed up yesterday. I thought I effed up because I made a female character. And the main reason is because in Warsong, females could go through holes. Like, they could slide through, right? Because they're smaller in frame. And for thumbnails, it's like, fuck, dude. I need to use females again. And I have such a hard time picking female thumbnails. And people get the wrong idea of like, man, that guy must be a fan of that girl or whatnot. Because the last one we did, the Lean Beef, comics recommended. I didn't even know her, but I was like, damn, she got some nice ones. Let's use her. And then now I have a human rogue again. It's like, fuck, I have a female. And all my thumbnails are bodybuilder males, right, chat? And I was trying to cook all day long. And I came with this, chat. This is fine, right? Boom. Oh, shit. That's my rogue right there. This was the first one we had, chat. I mean, fuck, that looks good too. That looks good. It was either that or this, chat. Like, I can't do this one. Are you crazy out of your mind? Look what I even typed. Look, no one cares. 2K likes. Holy, you're being paranoid. Comics was 100% being paranoid yesterday. He was. I'm not even gaslighting. It's real. And he kept saying, put a bow tie on the head. Put a bow tie on the head so they know it's a girl. I'm like, dude, no, that looks even worse then. And then he was telling me to put a bra on Ronnie Coleman. It's like, bro. That's even worse. That's even worse. What are we talking about here? You're trolling me so hard. That being said, let's get the saber rune, boys. Make your way into the Loch Modan dam wall. Carefully drop into the ledge and follow the arrow. Oh, what? This is my first mission as a SI7 agent. I'm gonna open this stonesmith toolbox. Boom. Wait, that's it? I thought I was gonna do some 007. I just grabbed that and that's over? Oh. Okay, there it is, chat. Our new rune, the Saber Slasher. Let me try it out. Viciously slash an enemy for 100% weapon damage. Causes target to bleed for 4 seconds every damage. 4 damage every 2 seconds for 12 seconds. Stacks it to 3 times. Awards 1 combo point. Okay? So I can stack it up to 3 times. Oh, I don't even have a dagger. I can't. Holy, wait, Saber Slash kind of pumps. Is Saber Slash the new main PvE? I'll probably like finish leveling and I'll study all the runes and whatnot. On Paladin, I know all the best, but on Rogue, I haven't really played it yet, so we'll figure things out together, gentlemen. Chat, Comic sent me a new thumbnail. He says, since she made your Rogue a grandma, how about this? Yo, this kind of goes hard. Wait, chat, should we do this? Chat, which one is it? This one or this one? Wait, why does this one look so good? Also, it's not a grandma, chat. This is her silver hair, you know? It's not a grandma.
After the Korean pistol finished shooting kobolds and baking cookies in Loch Modan, her journey took her back to Stormwind in search of the next rune.
Alright, here we go. Through this entrance. And we need to find the dusty chest.
Oh my.
This
Bro,
is a cool
what?
area. I don't think this has anything to do with anything in original WoW, right, chat? Is there a quest here even? Maybe a book? I forgot. I don't know. I don't think I had anything. The Rune of Precision. Now obtaining between the eyes. Holy. I guess this just replaces kidney shot, right? It's like a ranged kidney shot. Wait, that's actually huge. We could even stun mages faster. Usually we like cheap shot and they blink away. And then you can just kidney shot from how long? 20 yard? That's kind of fire. Okay, for our blade dance, we need to pick up a little letter, of course. From any of these Defias. Hopefully we could get a bandana too. A bandana, a letter, and a rune. Oh, that would be so nice to top off the day. Oh, we got the letter, chat. Okay, it came with a message from Emily. Oh, and a little key, of course. The gateway plan is to go. We leave tonight. There's one last thing I've hidden in the stash. A dagger in the hills.
This is so ridiculous.
Oh, shit. A dagger in the hills. Wait, that far? Wait, I'm gonna die. Those guys are dangerous. You know what? We're all about the danger.
God.
We're going right
that
now.
hit so hard.
During her journey to the south, the Korean pistol received quite a few letters from messenger pigeons, inquiring about the state of the second guild. After a lot of contemplation, along with the approval of other guildmates, she chose the name Arasaka. Arasaka what, you may ask? Arasaka these nuts.
And now I need to focus up because we're in some dangerous hills. And these guys hurt a lot. Holy moly. Dude, rogue hiding was already insane. This new stage is amazing. I'm liking this rogue gameplay. And here it is, boys. Equipment stash. To get our new rune. Boom. Blade dance. Finishing move that increases your parry chance lasts longer. Should I try it? I'll give it a shot here. Damn, I already have 7 runes. Not bad at all. We'll return and finish up our bandana quest by killing these Defias brothers. Should I rogue tank on this character? I think that could be interesting. I don't know if I've seen any rogue tanks before. Yeah, same rule applies, chat. If you want to join the guild, you have to join the Discord and read all the rules and then join. If you break any of the rules, you're out instantly, okay? If you get kicked out, you probably didn't read the rules. So don't get mad, okay? Our guild has been super good and positive. I have been enjoying it a lot. You guys have been fantastic in the guild. We only kicked out 10 people out of thousands that misbehaved. We did have to replace a lot of lower levels because those were the guild rules. We did give them several warnings and dates to catch up to. So I think we just send it home. Same thing, yeah? Oh shit, there it is, boys. Avrasaka.
Oh my god!
Holy, looks beautiful.
Before adventuring forth, the Korean pistol was challenged to a light spar session.
Alright, here we go, boys.
This is so dumb.
I wish I had Grow. Grow would be sick here. That's not even worth doing. He's just regenning it up. Levels are too low right now to do anything sus like that. Alright, between the eye, come on. Okay, nice. And then we hit him with a little daze here. Cut out a little bit. Get some energy ticks back. And then boom. Oh, shit. Would you like to go again? One more? Yeah, the daze kite is good. I'm liking it. Heal up though. Here we go, chat. 1G duo. Oh shit. Relax there, soldier. Oh, I love this daze. Fuck, Rogue is so cool, man. Okay, we got some energy. And then we shoot him between the eye. Boom. And easy. 1 gold, boys. Oh, you wanna go one more time? Okay, we'll do one more and then I'm gonna go back to leveling, chat. I'm using sight? Sure. Use your sight. I wanna change this, Shadow Strike. Oh, I come out of stealth when I do that! I wanted to get a re and bang. Oh shit, he's strong. Come on! Oh shit! That was close, man. That was close. Nice.
The Korean pistol returns to Stormwind after the mighty duels. With some assistance from an SI-7 agent, she prepares for her new journey into Darkshore. There, she's on a mission to help the little sister of the agent that gave her the new equipment.
Oh, you wanna kill that lady? Let's kill that guy. Oh wait, no, we shouldn't get here. We shouldn't get this. Oh my god, you crazy out of your mind! Yeah, kick this. Yeah, 2 people might be easier. It's tanking pretty well. Because on the side over there, there's a free one with no elites. Maybe I ever killed the elite here. Alright. Oh god, oh god. You know what? I'm not gonna be like those other rogues and stay stealth. I'm actually gonna help. What can I do? I threw something? Yo, you're gonna pull that guy too? You need to come back, soldier. Holy! I'm gonna try to gouge this one. Come on! Oh, yo, cast something, man!
Bro, my pet does so much. Oh my god, it does so much damage.
Oh, he's gonna die, chat. Unless... Oh, I missed my gouge! I'm gonna shoot him at daze. A little daze, of course. Your bandage, of course. Why are you running into me, you ding dong? Run the opposite way. Big gun. Oh shit, one more gun. Boom. Oh shit, this is cold. I'm gonna die too. I should be fine. I have a pot. I would appreciate them not dodging. We have a big gun, chat. Look at this. Oh shit. I love gun. GG Nihilus. Shall we duel before we part ways to test our powers? Slash point. Oh shit, she's getting beat up still. I got you. I'm here. Chat, should we duel here? Like Giga Chads? Oh shit. Slash point. One duel. If you beat me, I will give you 1 gold. Hey, this is a bot? What am I with? What is he? What is his movements? Did I just quest with the bot? What are you doing? What is he doing? Okay, I think she's typing right now. She's not even typing? Are you a bot? Or what are you doing? How to fill?
Great, trust me.
Come.
Seems a lot harder than it looks, but I've never known someone to take much interest
Sampling
in the making of
2.
sausages. But I'll give you the recipe just in case. Here you go. Mind you eat them fresh.
Let me fill it for you. Down there. Dude, what if it wasn't? I just tricked him to jump off. And there it is, boys. Level 18. A few more levels and we're done ski. Chat, it has been a fantastic run. I think this is where I'm gonna call it, unfortunately, for tonight. I will come back tomorrow though. I'm gonna get some food, do my clip stuff, go to bed, and start to grind tomorrow again. Thank you all so much for coming. I will see you all tomorrow, of course.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Wow. I thought Max had a pet. Somebody had a pet that gave kings. Maybe it was just some other guy out in the open world. All right, let's go.
That's silly to not be.
I'm about to go pull. I'm about to pull. Hey, yo, boys, I'm about to pull. Oh, there it is. That's big boy. Big boy. That's big boy. Oh, that's big boy. All right, let's go. Crazy damage on him. We're doing crazy damage. 40?
You want to tank him on the edge, Jibu?
Why was I step on one of these? Why is his ass on fire? Begins to shatter. Okay, so does this knock us back? Fuck, it does. Okay, alright, so this is whenever we really deep dick him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, alright, big numbers, let's go. Huge damage on him right now. Huge damage.
Home away from home in Loch Modan. Thelsamar is a nice place, but it's not all beer and salted meat for those who
Ooh, crazy damage. Let's go. Let's go.
to face danger in the name of the Alliance,
Let's go.
then read the poster outside the Thelsamar branch.
There it is. All right, we got him half health. So we just got to do this twice and then we're good. Good job, guys. Good job. Y'all are doing great. I hope he doesn't put that shield back on. I think he does. He did. We got to bust the shield off. Okay. Oh, okay, we're good. Ooh, overpower right there. A little bit of overpower action, that's good. Alright, it's about to shatter. I'm gonna move in so this doesn't knock me back. There we go. This whenever I'm really about to come up on damage. I'm about to pop off right here. We're about to do some crazy fucking shit. Watch, big execute coming up. Big execute. That wasn't as much as I thought it would be. I did 70 damage again. It's probably because he takes like reduced physical damage. That's probably why I'm not doing as much damage. Ooh, big numbers. Let's go. Ooh, overpower. What's oh, big overpower. I think we got him. Nice. Good fucking job, guys. Oh, shit. We got a tank chest.
Yeah.
Let's roll that off. Who wants this?
That's another chest for Athili.
Pass. Hildren rolls a 13. Okay. Let me give that to you, Hildren. Congrats, Hildren. Clam weave tunic. Wait, what? You're not entirely certain, but you're pretty sure that clam weaving isn't a real thing. Wait, I thought it was. Okay, roll this. Any clam weavers? Any clam weavers in chat? Let's go. Swole Dickus, you want this? It's a 89. Like, this is
what?
You know, this is it's cloth,
Yo,
bro.
That's for Athili. That is for
this
Athili.
is for fucking Warlock. Like, do y'all really want this shit? Like, don't tell me you want this. Tell me you don't want this. It's cloth. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'll pass it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Jesus Christ. Bro, people are so greedy. Trying to... He's clam weaving right there. Agi is dodge, even for Warlocks. It's green armor. If it's green armor, that means it's a higher item budget onto armor for that piece of gear. So, like, he should absolutely be giving that to the Warlock, man. Like, it should 100% be going to the Warlock. Like, I feel like I should have leveled the Warlock, man. Like, I knew I shouldn't have leveled this fucking Warrior.
I knew caster shit was gonna fucking drop, dog.
Yeah, bro. I just like I shouldn't have. I'm never gonna play. Never play this character again in my life, bro. Like this is the worst character. Oh, I got a brainstem. Is that loot to blue? No, I just let it rock. Okay, let's go. Warrior's ass? Yeah, it is. It sucks.
Go right.
Okay, go to the right, guys. Go to the right. Y'all better not be drowning, by the way. Like, I know people are thinking about it. Like, y'all thinking about drowning, you're not gonna drown. Oh, he ran away. He's gonna pull at the mobs. Hey, yo, good job. W on awareness, guys. W on awareness. No Warlock buffs on that buy. It's really smart. I'll keep a root on this bitch. Good job. Don't pull the boss. So let me guess, this boss like someone's ads or some shit? Probably.
I'm running a Divine Storm. I think Seal Martyr kind of sucks dick.
Really? Why?
It just does no damn. It just does nothing.
These mobs don't even do that much damage. I think we're just...
Dude, I'm noticing a huge difference with Master Marksman. Huge. I don't know if I can play without it. I don't know what else goes in the chest rune either, to be fair, so. We are in Lochmadon, so I should probably see if there's other runes here. Like, dude, this is so insane. This is after the nerfs. It's just so grotesque. Fucker's got no training points.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning into another Super Tees video, and PvP is saved. Blizzard has been on a roll when it comes to community engagement, whether it be Season of Discovery and Ashen Veil improvements and class changes, and now Dragonflight class changes as well. I'll have a video linked to the most recent ones that literally just came out today, just before I made this one, and then this post came out, and I was like, oh, good, this is the stuff that we really want to be talking about. I saw that they had an interview, an hour-long interview, taking questions from the community council as well. And it seems like they're doing their best to be transparent and on top of things that are likely going to be an issue that would cause players to leave. So if you've been frustrated by things in PvP, like raiding being incredibly stifled down and it being really difficult to climb and get to rewards, like I think right now there's literally not a single player that has Gladiator, and this is like completely unheard of at this point in the duration of a season, that no one has been able to get that type of reward reward just yet, which has led to a huge deflation in terms of people's enjoyment of the game. So let's dive into details here for the PvP rating adjustments that they are going to be doing for retail. We've been monitoring player feedback on rating and PvP, and we will make some significant adjustments to inflation, beginning with a hot fix that is going live as soon as possible to help alleviate concerns. So this looks like they're going to be at least trying to get this done before Tuesday. We'll have to wait and see. I will say the previous change that they made at the start of this week, which was expanding the range to which you could get healers lower rated than DPS or higher rated, has actually improved queues quite a bit. At least today my queue times were significantly lower amongst a larger threshold of rating. So now if they've got this injection of inflation to be able to assist with overall rating cutoffs, it's going to feel really good. Going into Dragonflight Season 3, we took preemptive measures with the goal of making a player's PvP rating and progression feel as they would expect relative to previous seasons. The rating system calculations and rating gains throughout a season can be difficult to predict. They're impacted by various factors, including player activity. We need to be cautious about making changes to MMR and rating to best ensure that we're not creating unwanted effects or trends that do more harm than good to the latter overall. So likely they were probably predicting Season 1. I feel like Season 1 was a bit of a Pandora's box where they let players basically climb up to almost 3,600 rating. And for a lot of players, they adjusted, and associated that number with their skill level. So then when they reduced that number significantly, everybody also, correlated that their skill must have gone down, and that didn't feel good. So I don't know if they should just open that Pandora's box and just let the season be like that, where people are climbing and pushing the upwards ends of the ladder at 4K rating, because that's already been opened, or if they're going to find a middle ground with this change and go somewhere in between. MMR rating and associated rewards are topics that the team monitors and discusses frequently, and will continue to do so in future seasons. This makes me wonder if they're going to be, increasing the amount of rewards, or if this is just kind of a generic statement that this is definitely something on their radar. Suggestions that are offered here are generally in alignment with our internal discussions about what we might do in future seasons. For clarity, there is no cap to MMR, but the highest rating is a result of the combination of population trends and lack of inflation. Thank you for your continued feedback and patience on this topic. So again, I think Dragonflight Season 1 must have had some very high participation on top of the MMR being basically left uncapped, whereas participation has gone down patch to patch. Regardless, I think that this is exactly what they needed to do. So if you've been really struggling, it's been hard to get rating, it's not on you. It's just the system that had been in place was miscalculating, I think, based on the participation they were anticipating to have. So now it's likely going to be a lot easier to get your 1800 elite sets, whether or not you're going for Gladiator or Legend title and Solo Shuffle. I think all of these are likely going to be a lot more approachable. So this is a really good change, really good direction overall, and I hope that they can continue to keep up this level of transparency and communication, because I think it's this type of stuff that's really well received and likely going to retain players as opposed to leaving us in the dark for stuff like this. I hope that they continue to make changes and adjustments, and then determine whether or not those were positive or negatives, and maybe undo them or continue to make different changes into the future, because this is all really healthy overall for the ecosystem of the game. But other than that, if you want to stay up to date with videos like this, make sure to smash the subscribe button. Your support is greatly appreciated.